I have to go cancel now. Bye.
Yeah, that pretty much happens. And we are live. All right. It's been a while since
Hey,
Tales have. We've had a session. Lots of real life things kind of going on, preventing it, but we are back. And let's see if they are truly ready for what is in store today. So, uh-oh. Hello, Moto. Okay.
Funny.
Don't worry about it.
Dave, man, I laughed out loud with that one, man.
The funny
That
thing
was
is,
almost.
that was actually the notification for you going live. So, really, it's your fault.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's my fault. Yes, I'm the bastard for bringing Dungeons and Dragons to everyone to share and enjoy your adventures, your successes and follies.
Yeah.
I'm
How
I'm the
dare you? You
asshole.
must feel bad.
Okay.
Does feel bad.
Long as we're clear that I'm the asshole on that one. Well, welcome back. Pull up a chair and let's talk and listen to the tales of Exandria. For those first time listening or who don't know, this is a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign played using the Tal'Dorei Campaign guide. As for the rest of you, welcome back. Last, we left our troop of adventurers. You entered a portal of swirling fire and found yourselves in a vast sea of flame. Flame going as far to this unknown alien horizon where there you saw a large brass sphere. In this sea of near endless flame, there stood 100-foot tall pillars rising from the roaring sea, several of which had ships of brass moored to them. On some of these ships, you could see flaming serpentine creatures and fiery golems, which seem to also work and travel on these platforms. In fact, the very platform that you found yourselves on, there were several of these flaming serpent creatures, as well as one of these fiery golems. The serpent creatures retreated to their ships, sending their golem after you. In the initial fray, poor Slag, the duodrone that you have found in the plane of Earth, was slain, turned to dust. In the ensuing battle, you discovered that the elemental essence that you needed to recover here was located near the bow of these creature ship, creatures that were trying to disembark. Adia, Garen's childhood friend, rushed upon board of the ship to grab the essence before the creatures could fly off, as the rest of you split up to engage the golem as others dealt with the creatures on the moored bridge as the ship tried to disembark and fly off. Men here shoved the golem off the platform as the serpent ship was able to disembark and move into a firing position as dozens of portholes opened up, revealing cannons. You all dove through the portal back to the Shadowwood Sanctuary just before it closed as cannon fire roared through. Now, back in the presence of Mara. You take a short rest, bandaging your wounds, your burn marks, as you plan your next move. And this is where we're going to pick off today.
Dude, am I the only one who feels weird? It's been like 3 weeks, bro. It's like, it's cool though. I'm like, man, woo,
I
it's
did
almost
mention
surreal.
that.
Yeah, it has been a while, and I'm hyped.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. When you read the part about me pushing the golem off, man, I was like, yeah, that was fun.
I did that! That was me!
That
It
was me, Dad.
God, I love you guys, man.
All right. So,
But yeah, I remember I'm getting in the headspace. We like just came back through the portal and we were standing there, and that's pretty much when we left off.
well, yeah, we burned through the short rest, and Mara was trying to heal, and Click was trying to heal everybody to the best of their abilities, and that's pretty much where we stopped at.
And then old dude has not come back.
Dane has not
Good,
come back.
Fuck him.
And there are only 2 portals that Mara was able to figure out how to open from the text. He went through one portal, and you went through the other, and thus began your adventures. The duo drone helped you open up a portal to the plane of fire, and that was that. So there's still 2 more elemental essences that you need to recover. And wherever Dane went was dangerous enough where he has not returned.
Good, fuck him. Leave him to
That's
that.
fine. He's probably just taking a 2-3 hour break.
Well, face down.
Ga-
with his eyes
guarantee-
open.
Garen, do you have really long lunch breaks here?
Not typically, no.
Well, we can't just sit around here, can we?
I mean,
Well, I mean, you could, but then Garen's, people, his home will all be pretty much destroyed.
Listen here, we ain't got time to mess around. We need to go after that a-hole guy that talks trash and I guess do his part for him.
Well, sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like we have much other choice.
We should hurry.
Wow. Mara kind of, after finishing bandaging your wound, she she rolls up her sleeves, pulls back her long, dark hair, and she just takes a sigh. Well then, if you are ready, I will begin the ritual to open the portals once more. Remember, I can only keep them open for about a minute, and then the ritual will take another 30 minutes before it can be opened again.
Well, on that note, then I'm going to attach a searing round. That's what I'm thinking of. I head to my rifle and then put it back on my shoulder.
All right.
Because I'm sure it is perfectly safe in there, and I'm definitely not going to need ammunition.
Yeah, no,
But just to be safe.
you couldn't
Yeah.
possibly encounter anything hostile in that environment whatsoever.
Nothing at all.
Exactly. What are you worried about, man? Just bring hugs and, compliments and cookies, and you'll be fine.
I bet you it's eternal paradise in there, and that's why they never came back. But don't worry, I'm grumpy enough to ruin that for everybody.
One man's hell is another man's heaven.
They didn't bring enough coffee. 0 out of 10.
All right. So, standing before this great oak with the 4 stone slabs and the giant elven statues of Garen's ancestral people, the great warriors of the past, she begins to go about the rite, drawing the symbols using various salts and chalks to inscribe. As she spends the next few minutes making the incantations, at the end of it, the powder that she has placed, the symbols begin to ignite. The air kind of fills up with this sharp, pungent odor that arises from it. And as the smoke kind of coalesce, it starts to kind of spin about, and as it branches over the tree, just kind of wafting, forming around, almost a ring of smoke, you begin to see the familiar 2 portals open up once more. One, a glowing green, swirling portal, and the other one, a very bright white, almost spinning like a vortex.
Which one did he go into? The white one?
The white one.
Well, tally ho.
Yeah. Click will jump in the white one.
Okay. Click. Knowing no fear.
Into the portal.
Failure. Unknown to kobolds. In fact, they don't even have a word for it in their language. He bravely steps through knowing that Bahamut is always with him. You see him enter the portal, and as he does so, it kind of reverberates back a little bit, like a little, almost like a gust of, like, strong wind, just kind of whoosh. Does anybody not go through the portal after
I'll
Click
go
has stepped
through
through it?
Yeah, I guess we all go through it.
All right.
And we suffocate and die.
That's right. You all find yourselves in a not only a toxic but very acidic cloud, and you all die. That is the end. Now,
Ooh.
Rockfall.
Exandria over.
man, what an exciting conclusion! Nobody ever expected that. Let me.
Yeah, that would be an upset, bro.
Yeah, it would be. We don't like things like that, though. All right. We need to get your tokens on this map somehow, in some form or fashion. Okay, so we don't need Rexia here, and we don't need Siphona. In fact, Garen will be throwing the Siphona token there just so she can die, and Menhir will be there. And Click is nowhere to be seen because he is that badass he transcended the entire plane of existence.
Ah.
Christ.
No, really, his token is not dropping. There we go. Okay, perfect. So, let me share this with everybody, and...
Oh, hey, you added little name tags.
Well, they're
No.
not... They're not... Well, kind
You know
of.
what
I'm
this
still messing with
reminds
some of
me
the
of?
options.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the Plane of Air in Baldur's Gate 2 for the console.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the place where we all died.
Oh my god, it does!
Yes, yes, it does.
Don't say anything like that. It's not.
So,
It is. It is.
It is.
it's not the same map, but it does have similarities with it, the islands. So, one thing you may notice on your tokens, there's like a little triangle.
Yeah.
This is kind of there to prevent people from like messing with tokens as much. So sometimes people's tokens would spin violently. That's just a facer, like a pointer. So it's like, oh, Garen is now looking at Siphona. So Siphona is now looking at Garen. Rexia is so snobbish she looks away from everybody. You know, that kind of thing. It's a see which way you're facing. It doesn't really have too much other bearing than that, but it helps keep people from glitching out tokens. Found it useful in our other Tal'Dorei campaign. So, just so you guys don't kind of freak out on that. Now, let's get with all the wonderful things that you find. Let's see. So, beyond that white and blue swirling portal, there is various clouds, as well as these floating islands of stone debris and smoke just kind of floating in what you can just assume to be an endless sky. About 50 feet, maybe 50 feet or so, there's some other stone platforms that you can see here with more piles of stone rubble. And let's see. Some distance away, you can see what looks to be another kind of portal. It looks almost like a violent storm of air. And that's that blue little globe on the other side.
I turn to Menhir and I go, hey, this is my land!
Yep.
Well, I'm glad it's somebody's. Because I hate to inform you all of this, but That's over there, and we're over here. I don't know if you've noticed this or not.
Click's gonna take a glance around and see if anything catches his eye. Like people, or maybe a way to get across.
All right. Make a perception check for me. That's a
26.
very good perception check. God damn. Click, being the all-seeing god that he is, you notice two things that are kind of odd right off the bat. While you don't see an obvious way to kind of get to the other platforms here, you do see on the larger platform with the most kind of ruined stone bits there, off to the back side where there's like a collapsed pillar, you make out, and you just kind of barely see it. There is a body there, a corpse of a humanoid, just kind of laying there. It almost floats lifelessly in that area. However, the other thing that you notice with your eagle eyes is kind of obfuscated by all the violent energies at that other portal. You see several bodies float near that.
Huh. Click will point out
They're
the
kind of
bodies.
like to your sight. They look like very vague blue forms that just kind of float near that swirling portal of violent wind.
Click will point out the bodies to everyone else. So look.
Right.
Dead.
Stephana's going to throw on her goggles and start looking up and down and try to find if there's something in the air. Something that may have maimed them.
All right.
While Sophona's doing that, Dave, what is the height difference between this platform and the platform I'm looking at?
It looks like you're looking down.
I am not, sir.
Okay. So that other platform there, so your platform and the one you're at, they're pretty close to the same elevation, maybe like 5 or 10 feet difference. Kind of hard to gauge with that. The main thing is that they're so far apart. However, the platform that you're on and that other one both appear to be somewhat higher than the main large one.
I think this is the first time I'm about to use this ability. I would like to use Mingle with the Wind. And cast Levitate on myself. And if possible, I would like, because it does say that I can move if I push against an object. I would like to try to, like, hang off the edge over here and push myself over to that other platform.
Levitate only keeps you a certain number of feet above the ground.
That's not true. It's you can move up or down 20 feet per round, but the actual height is
It's just the horizontal
irrelevant.
movement is the issue.
Correct. I have an idea. Or Minner says, I got an idea. Tie this here rope around yourself, and I will slingshot you to the other.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I will take the rope and I will tie it around my waist.
Okay, and you know the.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know how to describe it. You know that thing where the pivot man grabs the rope, right, and then you extend the what you're wanting to swing. I'm sure everyone saw Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Remember when Thor swung the pot around in a circle and then let it go?
Yeah,
in
it's like
certain direction?
Olympian hammer throw.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do with Rexia.
But she's so light that you'll destroy her with the momentous force of your
No,
strength.
I ain't gonna just. How you gonna destroy her? She just might be, swinging around a little uncomfortably for a
She's
second.
a $110 wet.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. So, all right, Rexy, do you tie the rope around your?
Yeah. I tie it around my waist.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give Minhir guidance on whatever the fuck skill this is gonna be.
It's
Well,
gonna
you should have also done enhanced strength.
Yeah.
I kind of want to save my skills for healing.
I mean, if push comes to shove, I could just levitate myself and save myself.
If the gap was 1 square closer, Minir could jump it himself. He can clear 20. He can clear 24 feet with a running long jump because of remarkable athlete feature.
Hey Dave, how tall is that tree at the bottom of the island?
About 25 feet at its highest point.
Why don't we cut down the tree?
Because that's not as fun. Throw me, man, here!
No, I mean really, right? We cut down the tree and it could be a bridge. Then we'd only have to jump a 5-foot span.
If it doesn't fall into the ravine, into the nothingness.
Yeah.
Minhir can make sure that doesn't happen.
I mean, how does he get across?
Whoa, brother. You're dude, physics, dog. You're like making it way even stronger than he is. That's hard. It's hard.
Is what I'm saying really all that more implausible than what we're doing?
Ironically,
I mean,
hammer throwing her would be easier than trying to keep the tree from falling once you cut it, and because the weight of the tree, dude, is insane.
And like you got the center of mass, and it's just gonna.
Yeah.
There are ways to cut the tree to where it falls where you want it.
Yeah, but the gap is 30 feet. The tree is only 25 feet. It's gonna fall.
If the CG isn't proper, it's gonna slide and go right off.
Fall, and then it's not gonna hit the other side, so it's just gonna fall all the way down.
That's correct. It's gonna be all that weight, and then to keep that from falling, it's almost impossible.
I really don't think what I'm suggesting is very implausible.
Okay.
Because
let me.
No, shut up. Because if we cut down the tree and it falls down the ravine, what do we lose?
The time. I mean.
The time.
Yeah, the time.
We've got no living bodies right now. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's not that there's no risk. There's also it's not really gonna work.
I
feel that way.
It's not gonna be hard to hammer toss her over there if she levitates. It's gonna be easy.
I assume 21 doesn't spot anything flying in the air or under us.
So let's see. Let me use your goggles here.
Up to a mile.
Now, you do have advantage on that. Did you roll it?
Yeah, it dropped to 9.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
And I forgot I could just cast guidance on myself when I did that, but the roll's already made.
Okay. Well,
yeah, my luck. I hammer toss her out, and then like a aerial creature, like almost like a fish coming out of water, just comes from underneath the island and like eats her in a bite in the midair.
A colossal rock just comes by, swoops up, and just flies off. No. You do not see anything with that. In fact, as you're looking around here, the main things that you see, other than these kind of clusters here, at least in your near vicinity, there are there are various rolling clouds kind of floating in this endless sky. And whether or not there's other islands there, it's kind of hard to tell, but you do see large pockets of gases and other things that you're not quite sure what they are, but they don't look friendly, just kind of also rolling in the sky as well.
Can I see the bodies in a little bit better detail?
Okay. So those make another perception check since you're looking at the bodies. In fact, make one for the one by the portal, the ones by the portal, and the other one where Click pointed out to you with the rubble.
I'll cast guidance.
While she's looking, can Menhir slingshot me?
Then I'll guidance myself.
Okay.
30 and a 24.
Okay. So the ones by the portal. Let's get to the. All right. Now, these are interesting. As you're kind of staring at them, the bodies are still floating in the air. However, their skins are entirely blue. They are humanoid, and they're almost like bluish elves to a point. Make a knowledge arcana check for me.
25.
So, looking at the garb that they're wearing, these almost like kind of scale loincloths, almost looks like similar deep blue kind of scale bracers and jewelry. Those look like Marids to you, but that doesn't make sense for a few reasons. Marids, when they die off of their home plane, tend to kind of turn to like bubbling foam and go back to their home plane. These are fully intact bodies of Marids, and they're floating in this realm.
Which raises the question, are they actually dead? We've got poisonous floating clouds, bodies that should disappear that aren't disappearing. Everyone be careful. Be really careful around these clouds.
Yeah, we'll be careful. Hey, Menhir!
The other thing that you see, that body that's by the ruins. In fact, I'm going to make a little pip on the map here just so there's no confusion where that body's kind of at. From what you can see there, this body, at least parts of it, are humanoid. They're kind of a almost like a light tanned flesh tone to it. All you can see is kind of the hand and most of the upper arm. You don't see like the shoulder, the body, or even the head. A lot of that's kind of blocked by the rubble. What you do see there, though, is something like bracers that you would see, kind of like almost like a fur or a leather armor style. Like it's got the paddings that you see. Definitely not something from kind of this realm would wear. It's more something you'd see somebody from the prime material plane wear, those kind of armors. Most creatures from other planes tend to just use their natural armor, or if they are wearing armor, they're usually visitors like yourself or something so powerful that you don't want to mess with.
I'm going to hold up Garen's arm, just kind of look at it for a moment, look back over there, try to see if I see any similarity.
Well, that's just racist right there. All right. I mean, it's flesh tones. It's got 5 fingers.
More comparing the armor types, clothing styles.
There's similarities.
All right, well, I think we found our friend, or at least that's the closest I can guess at this point. All right. Want to try plan 1? Throw Rexia? Hold your breath, Rexia. Hold your breath the entire time.
Plan 1
she
is-
can do that. So
That's
Got
why
it.
I'm saying it.
throw me, men here.
All right, so men here, if you want to...
It shouldn't be hard if she's levitated, right? Because that's no weight downward. That's just lateral momentum.
It's more of trying to get her where you want her to be.
Okay.
So we're going to make an athletics check to see how well you do this. I mean, you could overshoot her. You could,
Okay.
you know, throw her in
But
a
the rope is
wrong
there, so
direction. Oh, yeah, the rope is
Don't-
there.
yeah, good. We can
Oh,
salvage
Garen.
it possibly.
Garen, do you have athletics proficient, right?
Yes.
If you help men here, advantage might make sure we don't throw Rexia off a cliff accidentally.
Yeah.
Down instead of over.
Quote, unquote, accidentally.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
the rope detached
good
and
idea.
she's floating away.
Yeah. Let's I'll give him in here assistance.
I didn't mean to cut the rope. Oh, well, bye.
Sweet. Cool. So can I roll with advantage?
Yes, you roll
You
with
have
advantage.
guidance too.
Awesome. So plus D4.
Yeah.
All right. I just roll that manually, right? The
Yeah.
D4. Okay. Oh damn! I'm glad I had that too.
Ooh. And you got the guidance.
20,
Good,
dirty
20.
20.
All right. Very dirty considering the circumstances. Holy shit.
Well, that's why you gotta rig them.
All right.
Yeah.
So, men here, you're starting to kind of work the groove up, kind of swinging the rope, and then Garen kind of comes up behind you and kind of grabs your arms and try to help you kind of aim, and it's almost like a very, very weird scene that is very reminiscent of like Ghost. You know, when they were making the clay pottery, almost. They're both kind of working in tandem to throw Rexia. To throw Rexia maybe to her doom, maybe, you know, somewhere else, who knows. They're just in the moment, you know, focusing on throwing Rexia as far and hard as they can. It's like the thing that brings unity to the group. As she starts building up speed, starts being flung in a circle, this high arc, more and more. You hear the wind kind of soaring around her as her body cuts through the air, just a little, and it gets very rapid. It's like a very violent teacup ride. Eventually, body goes hurling towards that other island, and thankfully, their aim was true. As you are now, you are.
Thanks, Click.
So you are floating about 20 feet over this island here, Rexia, as your body is suddenly stopped harshly by the rope, cutting deeply into your midsection from the force of the throw. Just
I'm good. Oh, by the hells.
that is going to leave one hell of a mark.
It's gonna leave a bit of a bruise, yeah.
Yeah. Physics, man.
Physics are fun. I will go ahead and cut off levitation here and drop. And I would like to look around this platform, see if there's anything at all that I could use to help them, or anything nearby.
Make a investigation check.
Investigation. Can it be perception? Oh.
No.
Which is great because my investigation is hot garbage. 13.
Wow, the hottest of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at this platform, and there's various stone debris on here, as if this was maybe part of another island that maybe collided into these islands and just got kind of stuck here from whatever little bits of gravity maybe holding these things close together. Outside of that, there's not too much else on here. You're kind of thankful that there's even an island here.
Yeah, especially since that rope.
And does it appear to be there? Does it appear that there's anything you could anchor the rope to?
Yeah, is there?
Not on the top. If you want to try to kind of go...
What about that tree over there on the other island?
That is on the other island, but yeah, that is something you could possibly anchor to. Now, do you have that much rope?
Well, we can tie off another rope if we have it. Does anyone else have rope over there? Because I don't.
Because you're at like the
I have
50-foot
rope.
mark right here.
Okay, so you have rope.
I have what is it called? I have the rope of climbing.
Yeah,
So yeah, you'd need at least 50 more feet of rope to get to another tree.
that's okay. I'm taking a look here at my key points. Trying to way of the open hand like this.
The rope of climbing is 60 foot.
Okay, I would like to use a key point and use Step of the Winds. As soon as I yell back at them, to extend the rope by another 50 feet or so. Hold on, let's see how much that would be. Oh, 100 on the dot.
Yep. So I was drawing the pointers to show you like where your rope's at currently.
So I'm going to.
Hey, I got a better idea. I pull out I pull out the rope of climbing and 2 immovable rods. Can everyone see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not. Click's not very strong, so he'll tie the 2 ends of the immovable rope to an immovable rod each, and hand it to Min here, and tell Min here to toss the other end to Rexia.
Sweet. I do so.
I love immovable rods.
They're really useful. Yeah.
I thought Click was going to use the rope to kind of tie one rod to each foot and then use his tail to keep hitting the button as he just walks right across. Like, come on, guys, let's go.
The coolest thing I
technically
can think of. Go ahead.
With 3 rods,
Yeah.
you could hand walk across by placing them.
5.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Like your hands are on 2, and then you grab one and you deactivate it, and then you move it farther forward, and then you activate it again. You could. Wait, you can technically do it
You
with
do
2.
it too,
That'd be
yeah.
a lot- that'd be
You just shuffle
harder.
it.
Good God. Yeah, you shuffle them. You could technically do it though.
Yeah.
Don't slip or mess up though, because then you're.
Mhm.
I like using the rope better.
Well, that's why you tie the rods to your hands, like you leash them and then you activate the buttons, and that's that way you
Dude.
don't drop one.
What the hell? That's genius.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of, oh no, Click got swallowed whole by this giant monster. He starts pulling out immovable rods and just anchoring them into space.
And then Click helps the creature out by clearing out its colon, and then they become best friends.
Okay.
As the creature moves, the immovable rods don't, and it just passes through the creature, and whatever blockage it had in there that was making it so irate and cranky, Click just helped clear it out. So now Click is that creature's bestest friend in the whole world now. Though Click is covered in fecal matter, and is happy to be alive, he now has garnered the friendship of this other being.
I'd go with I'd go more with internal hemorrhaging.
Of course, Click would want to go that route. Man, he's so bloodthirsty. God. All right. So, everybody's up at using Click's plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds pretty good.
Well, using Click's plan, since he has so many rods, 2 people at a time could really go across with that.
No. The plan was to tie an immovable rod to the end of
The
each
rope.
end of the rope of climbing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
use those as anchor points.
yeah.
All right. So, using the rope climbing goes how many feet?
60.
Okay. So, using the rope of climbing, let me just check one other thing out here. Wow. Did you nickname your rope of climbing?
No, that's the command word.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna say, like, what the fuck, dude?
That's the command word. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but there it is.
Okay. Yeah.
My God, bro.
Well,
What the fudge? The
We already went over this.
The
We
rope of
used
climbing is trouser snake for those
Yep.
who are listening.
yes.
Ah.
We used it when we were climbing up the arena to rescue Gorda.
Yeah, we did that.
All right. So, and you're leaving it at 60 foot. Well, all right. So, who's the first one that wants to traverse across this rope of climbing over to where Rexy is at? I'm going to need you to make a nice little strength check.
Click is gonna climb onto Minhir's shoulders.
Okay, there will be.
Click.
Let's see.
Click doesn't have much of a strength score, and he doesn't weigh much.
True, but it's still a little awkward with it. All right, Minhir, go ahead and make your athletics check to go across the rope.
Guidance.
18.
18.
So, Minhir, you're starting to cross this rope here. As you are crossing the rope, you, being of your ancestry, what you are, as you're going across, you really, really, really are uncomfortable in this place. You look down, and it's almost like the Golden Child gag, where it's like there's got to be a ground here, but you don't see any ground. There's just rolling clouds and endless sky above, below, all around you. You have never felt so disconnected from natural Earth than you've ever been. So even like the elemental plane of fire, you still had some sort of connection. Here, it's an absence of that. As such, for a brief moment, you almost like lose your grip on the rope. One of your hands just kind of reach out for it, and you miss. Click kind of freaks out a little bit on your shoulders here, trying to keep stable, because poor little Click, he can't climb. But you quickly manage to grab onto the rope of climbing and just kind of stabilize yourself before continuing on towards Rexia, just hand over hand.
Well, after I catch us and correct myself, I whisper to Click, Click, 2 drops of pee came out. Don't tell nobody.
Click's lips sealed.
Minhir should be happy that he didn't feel any sudden warmth with Click on his back. But men here and Click are now on the platform with Rexia. So, who is next?
I guess I'll go last. So
All right.
No, it's better if you go first, because I'm the only one who can guidance at this point.
fair. All right, I'll go. Then I'll go.
All right,
And I'll
make an
cast
athletics
guidance.
check. And then add a d4 to it.
Oh no. Take an inspiration.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
You're gonna use yours? I was offering mine.
I have 3, so
Okay, yeah, use yours. God
that's
damn it.
better.
All right. So, yeah, Garen's going across, and as he's going, he too
Does
kind
the
of
rope of climbing automatically give you advantage?
only if you knot it up, which he did not do, because it's at its full 60 feet.
Knotting it up decreases the length.
Yeah. So, Garen, as he's going across, he kind of makes the men here mistake, kind of looks down, just like, oh shit, and he starts to lose his grasp, almost like both, like you see his fingers start to just kind of lessen on the rope, just like, oh shit. And almost just reflexively, he manages to barely grab onto it, shooting an arm up, his body starts to fall, and he just grabs onto, see the rope just kind of give way a few inches, just swaying from his weight as he just holds onto it, like, whoo! And the heart is just pounding, Garen, on that. And then you start making your way across over to the others. I like how everybody's facing away from Sifona. They don't even want to watch Sifona go across.
Question: can I attempt acrobatics this?
You gotta try to tightrope walk it.
Yeah, that'd be that's what I thought too. I'm like, if you tightrope, you probably can.
You could try.
Because you know what my athletics is, even with proficiency? It's 3.
Like a boss, you got it. Tightrope that shit. Bump it.
Don't forget to guidance yourself.
Since I'm gonna end up trying to do this the hard way.
The fun way, you mean?
You want to
YOLO,
enhance
man.
ability dexterity on yourself?
YOLO
I think enhance
this piece.
ability dex is gonna be my option here.
You're gonna need all the advantages you can get.
Well, the first one was I could just summon my Pegasus, but I want to keep that spell slot. I'm gonna die trying to conserve my resources.
It'll be all right.
That would be the Sifona way to go.
All right.
All right. Go ahead and make your acrobatics, Fauna. So you added the advantage dexterity. All right.
Oh, there you go.
Good job.
You're a circus performer.
Yeah. Sophona hops up on the immovable rod and starts tightrope walking across the rope of climbing. You just see her just kind of arms out. She's got a rifle, just like you'd see a balancing act use a pole. She's got her rifle like that, just kind of using it to balance her body as she starts going gracefully, foot in front of foot, not looking down, looking straight ahead, almost kind of glaring at Rexy, just kind of walking until eventually she makes it to the other side without
Why would you
folly.
glare at me? I've done nothing wrong yet.
She was trying not to look down.
See, nothing wrong there. I was perfectly fine in control the entire time.
Like a boss, she was looking backwards the whole time.
Perfectly fine, guys. That wasn't
backwards.
scary.
Now, will they do the boring thing of probably use the rope on that one? I would like to do the fun thing and burn a key point and jump that, because I can totally do that with my jump.
It's
I have
lower down.
more. I have more more removable rods. Does someone else have rope?
I have rope.
Watch this, dudes. Because Minner looks around, assesses the situation, and then.
I mean, there's also the rope tied around Rexia as well.
Oh god, he's in a position. He's gonna push Rexia off.
I just realized a problem here. How do we get this rope climbing back?
You will it to come back.
Yeah, it can be willed to come back.
What you mean with the movable rod tied to it?
Anchored- Yeah.
I assume we're going back over to that island at the end. Because we gotta meet the portal again.
Hey, men here, wait for me, and then I'm gonna burn a key point and jump it.
Well, the problem is we don't have a way to the fourth portal, and I've got a feeling that one to our left side might be our way out. But we'll leave it for now. If we have to, I can attempt to shoot the other end.
Hi, men here, how are you?
So,
Yo.
Menhir, you see Menhir just take like a big 10-foot step back and then starts running and just does this Matrix-esque leap off the island to the larger floating island platform below, about 20 feet away. Just high arc and then superhero landing. Whoosh! Maul in hand and just kind of stands up, brushes himself off. Rexia starts to burn a key point, and using her martial training also uses very impressive an acrobatic like leap, even almost doing like a show off flip in midair, just kind of twirling her body and just landing. Sticks the landing. Perfect leap, but the Russian judge only gives her a 7.5.
Well, of course, he's a Russian.
Yeah, as you do.
So Garand, Click, and Safona are still on the other island.
Hi, guys!
Yeah, what about us?
Garen, you can make it.
Yeah, I can totally make. Well,
Get back and jump to right next to here, right next to me, between me and Rixie. You can make it.
yeah, I can totally make it. What about them?
I got a plan for that, but you come over here first.
All right. I'm just gonna also jump over there because I can. That.
No, it's fine, guys. Really,
I mean,
I'm
Safona
not
does.
bitter or anything.
Safona
I
does
need
like
to
her
be where
ranged
you
attacks.
are, Garen. Switch places with me, Garen. Alright, Click, get in line with me here, little brother. On your island. Alright, now get back and run as hard as you can. And I'll catch you.
No.
That's
That's
Wow.
the plan.
Okay, here, mechanically speaking, you know, I think you can cover 13 feet with a long jump with your strength.
But I'm
yeah.
small. Doesn't that change?
No.
No, that doesn't change that, but it's not enough to reach the gap.
Yeah, dang it. Well, I could reach. I mean,
Yeah, and my jump's not even get me there.
Maybe if Safona shoots Click in the back as he jumps.
I mean,
Wait,
maybe
What is Click strength score?
13.
Here, I'm just gonna move to the point I simulate jumping.
Hey,
There, that's makeable by you.
I was about to say, like here, catacornered, that looks like it's less than 10 feet.
it is. That's probably the easier way, and y'all are gonna point out that y'all show off a-holes did the hard stuff.
Man, it's like, come on, Click, run to me, I'll catch you. And Click's like, no, no, I can't jump that. Little legs.
Click will take a running jump and take this catacorner here, because if they're explaining the rules to me right, I should make
Yeah.
that fine.
Yeah, so not going into, like, Minier's got his arms wide open for you. Come on, Click, buddy. And you just like, no, and you go the other way. It's a smaller gap.
So that's what, a jump of 10 feet total?
Yeah. And you see Click's, like, little
It
legs,
looks-
like, kicking in midair as he's, like,
It looks
jumping.
like if you count that crusty looking thing that takes up half the square, it only looks like about 7.5 or 8 feet to me.
Mhm.
But that's up.
This actually matters because I can't make 10 feet.
Yeah. What do you think, Dave? If you're on that square, if you use this as the actual the jump off point, the one I was just on, with how it's got partially rock, and then go to where Click went, that looks like 7.5 or 8 feet, right?
I think it only
it's-
deals in
it-
deals in 5-foot increments.
Yeah, it's still going to be a 10-foot gap.
I have a strength score 9.
It just means you got to roll, I think, because I think that's the distance.
Yeah, it says that if you want,
without even rolling.
yeah, it
Yeah.
says if you want to do it more, you're gonna have to roll.
All right, Sophona.
I don't suppose I can acrobatics that one.
No.
no.
Well, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll say you can acrobatics it.
All right, I'm gonna do one of those running kick flip jumps. Let's see if I can make it across.
Ah, you're fine.
So Sophona takes a good few steps back, and then she takes a few more back, and looks a little nervous, and then starts running. Kind of kicks off the side of the floating island there as she leaps, realizing that the other island is a little further down than she thought. And as she lands, she kind of lands backside first onto the other islands and kind of tumbles and rolls a bit for a couple feet as she lands. But as you're kind of hands and knees on the other island, you are on the other island.
Jazz hands on the ground. Ta-da! Why aren't you applauding? Such an unappreciative
Oh.
crowd.
Nope, because if it would have gone bad, we'd be dead. So,
I'm gonna cover my mouth and well, I don't know why Rexia would cover her mouth, but she's gonna hold her breath and not breathe in any of these clouds.
Okay, well, as you're on this other island here, why don't y'all make some perception checks?
Oh boy! Me and Spud have advantage. Let's go.
Can I give myself guidance?
Sure.
How does a 25 sound?
Not as good as a 27.
Apparently.
Mine's a 25.
All right.
11.
So, as Minier and Garen are kind of looking around, just seeing what's about the area, and you're seeing the rubble, which looks like it's been blasted for quite some time. Sophona and Click, you both notice something kind of peculiar here. Garen, you can
Wait,
see...
do I notice this too since I rolled the same as Click? We both got 25.
Yes. But Garen sees this. In that ruin, like in the center there, is the essence that you need to collect. The others don't quite see that. What they see is kind of like this weird, translucent kind of dome. And what you do see, though, Sophona, Rexia, and Click, is in front of it, there are these smaller floating circular spheres. They almost seem to be giving off kind of almost like a dust, just kind of like gently blowing from them. you see on these floating orbs, it's almost crystalline. There's like small fractures on these floating orbs as they give off this faint kind of wisps of dust.
Now, see, part of me wants to go up there and inspect these, while the other part of me goes, "That's a great way to fall into a trap."
Maybe.
So, who else would like to go forward first?
Yeah, Rexia's already moving forward.
Dear, come back. Maybe someone who can look for traps first.
She's holding her breath, by the way, as she gets closer. And it's these domes right here you're talking about, these that are like jetting off like a smoke. These ones right here that I'm looking at.
Yeah, those are the ones that are floating, giving off that that dust.
I will go up here and I will. Does anything happen?
Okay, so as
As I
Rexia
continue to hold my breath.
as Rexia approaches, I need Rexia to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, yeah, I'm horrible at these, yo. I'm horrible at these with my 23.
It's just terrible.
Evasion kicks in as well, so whatever's about to happen, I take no damage.
I need a.
I mean, assuming you passed, but I mean, it is a 23, so you probably did pass.
I don't know, Dave can be a dick. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll
That's
see.
why I said. That's why I said probably. Probably did.
Your confidence is your downfall.
Okay, so since you made it, you are going to be taking.
I take nothing because evasion.
Okay, so while you get close to it, the sphere gives off this pulse, just this, boom, and you all see it. This chilling wind kind of comes out from it. As it does, it hits your body. You kind of move out the way as these shards start these crystal shards come from the air. And you could feel the intense cold coming off of them as they pass over you. But after it releases this kind of the ring of energy here, you see that the orb itself is beginning to glow. It's giving off this bright, intense light.
I will jump back to here. Actually, that's not square. There. Hi! Hey guys, it's glowing!
What
That's
did I
probably
say?
Not good.
Okay. So, Rexia.
Yes.
As it glows, you see a bolt of frost come flying from it, targeted right at you.
Is this a ray of frost?
No, it is not a ray of frost. It is.
Oh, fun.
It is something else. If I can get this pulled up here, it would be amazing. Let's see. Huh. There we go. Come on. Alright. Beyond is really slow today. Ah, that's what I wanted right there. Alright. And... Alright. Pull this up. I'm looking for... Alright, so... In fact, that actually had the information I was looking on. Does a 20 hit you? Yes, it does.
It does.
Alright. You take 20 points of cold damage
Okay.
as the bolt strikes you. And you notice the glow goes away once that happens.
Cold, 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 cold. Ah!
What did we learn?
The big shiny orbs are cold!
That I was right, yes. That is indeed what we have learned.
All right, and what are the rest of you doing while you see Rexiev get chastised by Sophona and she's getting frosted a little bit?
Right. Well, the body's over there, isn't it?
The body is back over here, where you see that little radius.
Well, I'm going to attempt to shimmy my way around using the see if I can draw a pointer. So, because I'm terrible at drawing pointers and I can't get to actually shimmy through that way, keeping the pedestal area between me and the orb as cover.
Oh, okay. So, all right, if you're just going to shimmy between the pillar with that, using that as cover, it's very narrow in terms of the ground space with that. So I will need you to make a acrobatics check to kind of go past it without slipping and falling.
Tempting fate. Might as well keep going.
Yeah.
All right. So, see Sophona start going by the pillar and kind of hugging the pillar as she's trying to shimmy past it. As she gets to the narrowest part, you see her foot kind of slip a little bit. You hear some rocks, bits of stone kind of tumble, and they fall off the edge of the island. And many are much to your dismay. You wait for them to hit something. But the rocks, the stone, just keep on falling. After a good minute, there's like no sound. It's just, there's nothing. But, Sophona, you managed to get across.
I'm the worst Pegasus knight ever. I'm the worst Pegasus knight ever. You're supposed to fly over all these traps.
And where are you going here?
Well, I'd move action dash, bonus action dash to try to get over to the square as fast as I can using the stone as cover. Crouching down behind it.
You going to the floating stone or to where you saw where the bodies were seen?
I'd probably stop right here first, not jumping up.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what you've won here, Johnny. So, as you see here, you now can see more of the carnage, more of what happened here. There is, in fact, multiple bodies here. You couldn't see them past the rubble here. One of the bodies is partially pinned under the rubble. That's the one that you saw. It is indeed some sort of wood elf. Dressed in furs, the earthen colors. Similar attires to what you've seen going through the Shadowwood. The other two bodies here, you also see something similar as well. But they're not crushed underneath the rubble. They're all bloodied. But the one under the pillar isn't quite bloody like the other ones. The other ones look like they were in a battle. They look like they have died from grievous wounds. The one that's under the rubble, though, doesn't have that same fate. You do see the bruises and things for where the rubble struck this elf. And
Are any of them Dane?
no, in fact, from what Mara told you, you kind of guess that this was the other group of kindred that were sent in before Dane, Adia, and Garen were kind of called upon.
Foreboding. Well, take out someone else.
Well,
Unless something suddenly jumps out and tries to maul me. Funny I should say that, right?
yeah, a little bit. So, as you're kind of seeing that the body's there, moving about, some of the rubble there, some of those clouds and gas are kind of rolling by. One of them begins to roll and move very quickly towards you, Sifona. Very
Do
quickly.
I see this with my passive?
Let's see. Wrong one. This would have it on here. From your vantage point, no. Because where it's actually coming from, you have the floating orb and some pillars kind of blocking it. If you were more to the left, you'd be able to see this. So, Sifona. Let's get this.
Hope you have a gas mask, Sifona.
Sure, let me get right on making that.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not an artificer?
All right, and let's see here. All right, so the gas begins to kind of take a loosely humanoid shape, but a very large humanoid shape. The main thing that kind of is creepy is the eyes kind of glow a bright, intense white with little arcs of almost looks like little bolts of lightning or energy just kind of arcing from it, trailing across the form as it takes shape. I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Soul Eater, please don't eat my soul. I like my soul. That was almost a...
That was the mightiest of initiatives. All right. Let's see.
Oop, I got advantage. I don't know why I didn't roll it. Oh, yes, I do. I did not add the ward effect.
Well, let me pull up.
There, I did. I got it now. I'll just roll another single though.
My characters.
Go
That's the one I want.
There we go, 19.
Fucking hell.
Can you change that to 19, please?
Sure can.
Yeah, when I re-added, when you took all of our effects away, I added everything except the sword.
13.
Dudes, that's so useful because everyone within 30 feet of me who's my friend cannot be surprised.
Oh, your friends?
All y'all are Minier's friends. Man.
That ability must suck at birthday parties.
Wow.
That's a close.
Surprise!
Yes.
Hey guys.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yep, y'all were there. Oh well.
That's all right. So, let's see. Thought I had one for this.
Fuck, I don't remember the quote ad.
Good job.
That'd be all right. Yeah, that'll work. So, well, Sophona is going first.
Hey, Savona, run the fuck away!
Yeah.
Can I attempt to identify what is staring me in the face?
Maybe you should run away before you do that!
You can try. Make a knowledge arcana roll. You have no idea what the hell this thing is.
Unhappiness. I see unhappiness before me.
No.
How high up is the stone?
Which stone?
Like the ledge right to my right. How high up is that?
Like a foot. That's just part of a stone structure. It's like a small elevated.
Yeah, it's like a step.
Yeah.
Right. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to alert everybody that there's danger here
Danger.
by drawing my weapon and taking a shot.
That will alert things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that
Then
will.
do it.
All right. So,
You want to lucky that one, Savona?
all right. Well, that does hit.
No.
Oh, whoa, really? It hits?
All right. So you see this glowing round, like you see Sophona put this cylinder on the end of her rifle, and she takes aim and fires at this entity. As she does, this searing white shot goes through it. It hits this creature. You see this bright light kind of pass through it. It kind of almost rolls back, just as it passes through it. The projectile still going far off into the distance, but that the gaseous like form that this thing has taken upon itself. You see the hole kind of closing from where the projectile went through, and the eyes just kind of flash a bright light as they look directly upon you, Sophona.
Well, they keep looking. I'm going to take my move action.
So, wait, did that actually damage it, or? Have to find out, I guess.
I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to dash.
Okay.
Clouds! Run, clouds!
Oh, but wait, Sophona. There's more.
Oh god, legendary
Oh, no.
action?
No. You see, Sophona, let me see here. Did it put it on here? No. So, Sophona kind of woke the baby here. After
Oh, that's
she
bad.
fired and started moving, you see more pockets of air start to move and come towards that platform. All right, Garant.
I may not be an expert in this, but this does certainly seem bad.
Yes, this is certainly not very good.
So is the air, is the like essence, like, is it like in a shielded bubble kind of thing? Is that what that looks like?
Yeah, from what you can see, it's inside of whatever that shell is. You have no idea what that shell is, what it does, capable of doing, but you do see it there.
Alright, well. I'm gonna move.
Step one is to try to see if you can break it.
Yeah. Move up to here.
Don't break it.
Don't break it.
If that thing shoots us, what we can do is position them between us.
Not a terrible plan.
So, as you move there, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
As again, another blast comes off of this thing, just whoom.
Do
You
the
have
range on
advantage
that?
if it's
Yeah.
something you can
Yeah.
see.
Oh, right, I do. Job.
Yeah, good thing you haven't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, much like Rexia, this arc comes off, and as it does so, you just feel this pulse, just boom. As the pulse goes off, you feel the intense cold just waft off, but as it does so, you see that floating crystalline orb start to glow a bright white, just like it did with Rexia.
So. I'm gonna take my dash action to move up to here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Men here.
Well, hell. Can I see the thing or no?
Let's see.
What's that 10-foot circle in front of us?
That's where the pulse went off that Garen and Rexy have been triggering. So, to answer your question, no. Same problem that Rexia has is the orb and the rubble, the pillars kind of block your view of it. You do know something's there as Safona shot something and alerted you that something is coming.
Okay, then. I will run up behind Safona. Readying a javelin along the way, and now I can have a
Now
shot
you
at
can
it.
see it. Yes, you see this
Sweet.
giant humanoid form with glowing white eyes, composed of various smoke and wind, with arcs of almost like lightning or energy just coursing through it.
I will throw a javelin with disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, if 15 hits it, we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Technically, I could throw 2 more.
If you want to play the risk game, go for it.
Yeah.
They're just all at disadvantage, though, but oh well.
Natural 1, you stab yourself in the foot.
No,
Now, this isn't second edition.
that's a miss, right?
12 is a miss. So one javelin was flying in the distance.
A hit, 2 misses.
The other one just goes off too far to the left and just flies off into nothingness.
That's my turn.
I didn't know Dio was with us.
Well, it is going to go. Let me just check some things here.
She has to be with us, brother. But when you put her on the center thing, I'm like, we do her crossing the area, which is cool.
All right, and in fact, it can actually go here.
Oh, hi.
It can enter hostile creature spaces and end its turn there. And as it does so,
Oh.
so I'm gonna need Sophona and Men here to make strength saving throws. as you feel like the interior of this creature, it's like its own comprised vortex and whirlwinds of high charged winds and stinging energy.
I'm gonna burn inspiration.
29
Okay.
on my save.
Yeah, because you feel your feet starting to lift off the stone. All right, so Fun, you just kind of you manage to grab onto the pillar at the last moment as your feet start to lift up. It's almost like a scene in Twist. You feel your body being pulled away from the pillar.
Wait
Kind
a
of-
minute. Which pillar does she grab on?
Wow! Whoa! Family show! Family show!
You know what? Take me.
So it's like
Oh, man.
Twister, you know, they're using the shitty belt to like not get sucked up into the giant mega tornado. She's like that on the pillar right now, just kind of grabbing onto her feet are off the stone, just dangling as this creature. You feel its body, just the wind's trying to pull you off and into the void below. However, you do manage to keep yourself on there. So,
Menyer is standing there like, what you fucking got, brother?
okay. And so, yeah, you managed to keep yourself from being flung great distance. So, and that is all it's going to do there. With that, let's see, get rid of that. And this is where one of the other things here that you saw the other kind of clouds moving. One of them appears, takes form, and I'm just putting it on the map here. I can get it to get into damn square. And you see this, the gas is kind of start to form this smaller version of one of those, just with less lightning and arcing from it. And let's see, what is the distance on that? No, okay. So it begins to fly over to the rest of you here. And it will stop right by Click. And you see Click in its hand, you can see what looks almost like out of kind of ice and lightning, this weapon that kind of resembles almost a flail in nature. Just a little more unusual. Alright, so it is Adea's turn. Much like we've been doing with the NPCs here, you can kind of dictate what you would like her to do in terms of combat tactics. You know, basically shouting out, you know, hey, do this, you know, shoot that. As long as you're not telling her to kind of kill herself or something that's obviously suicidal. She will follow to the best of her ability what you kind of ask of her. So, on that note, what would you ask of her to do? She is a ranged attacker. She's been using a bow and arrow pretty much the entire time that you've known her.
Hey, Adia, you want to just start shooting that thing that has two of our friends consumed inside of it?
All right.
There's a lot of cover between her and it.
Yeah.
Well, she can move.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion, is to kill the big thing as fast as physically possible.
All right. And she is going to follow that order here. So that's going to be a plus.
Actually, what's the range on haste?
Oh, that is a good. She had that.
I think it's
spell.
30 feet.
I want to say that. Let me check. Spell.
Because a better idea would just be to haste men here.
30 feet, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be a better idea, is to haste men here at that point.
All right, so you want her to haste men here then.
If no one else wants to do anything.
All right, she will. Let me make sure she should still have a slot. Let me check here. That is. All right. Yep. All right. So she is casting haste on men here. That gives him his AC bonus and all that other goodness.
Haste is such a beautiful, beautiful
It
spell.
is. I don't know if this will actually. I don't think it haste has something I can drop on his token. No. All right. So men here, we're just going to put it. Actually, no. We're going to put it on the combat tracker. Let's see effects. I think this will apply. AC 2. I think that was the command. And say haste. I don't think that's an actual command they have in here. It's just more of a note that, hey, you're hasted. And the duration is 1 minute, and it is concentration, so she needs to be freaking careful. Let's see, 10. And there we go. All right. You are hasted, courtesy of Adia. That will end her turn. Rexia, the Wolf Puncher.
Yeah,
Nice.
bonus action hex on the big guy. Ooh, what should I give them this, John? Hey, can you knock prone ethereal plane beings?
Nope. Probably not.
What should I put hex on?
Usually gaseous creatures and flying creatures, for the most part, ones that are, unnatural at that, are usually, immune to that.
prone.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a grip on a cloud of gas.
Yeah. What should I do? Should I just do wisdom or charisma?
It doesn't really matter.
I guess not. We'll do wisdom. Fuck it. And
I don't think he's inciting us very often.
Fair.
I mean, you never know.
I will do that, and then I will take my wand of magic missile.
Woo!
And
Woo!
we will pelt him 3 times. And I believe that my hex damage still goes off, technically. Does it go off for each individual shot?
No, it'd go for the first one that hits. It's the same thing like if you had multiple attacks. It's just the first one that would kind of trigger it.
For hex, it should be all attacks, because that's how Eldritch Blast works. I'm pretty sure it's all attacks.
If that is true, you just came up with an amazing combo that I never thought about.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6 necrotic to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
Oh, okay, I know why. I know why.
You don't attack with a magic
Magic missile, yeah.
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna fucking blast it with Eldritch Blast then. Where is it? Eldritch Blast. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 of those hit.
No, they auto hit, bro.
Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
no,
No,
you're
Eldritch Blast, yeah. No, 2 of those do hit. The 12 does not hit. All right, so yeah, you see Rexia first pull out her wand magic. She's getting ready to pull it out and point. She's like, "Nah," puts it back in, and then she just starts throwing these bolts of force from her hands. As they each hit the entity, you see the air just kind of disperse for a brief moment where they would make impact. They pass through it, and you see the gases start to reform the shape of the being. They kind of get pulled together by all these arcs of lightning and just this cracklings just as they reform.
That was my action and my bonus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Click.
Oh man, Click is in a rough situation here. I'm gonna point at the being that's holding Sophia and Min here, and cast Toll the Dead.
All right.
Let's see. drop this on him.
All right. It did make it save.
Nothing happens.
It got a nat 20 on the save.
Of course it did.
It's not holding us, folks. We're not restrained or grappled, so.
Yeah, it's just they're in its space, and in its space is very high velocity, violent winds and energy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Crap. I'm gonna point my fingers at it, and then with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon with a 4th level slot.
Oh boy.
Big weps. All right. That's not yours. That's Thor's. Where's yours? Here we go.
Is it direct sunlight here?
I mean, it's technically not sunlight, but it is bright light. So,
Does it count as direct sunlight?
we'll just say yes for now.
Okay.
Don't you get pack tactics because spiritual weapon is next to allies?
Yeah, but my sunlight sensitivity
Oh
will negate the advantage. That's why I asked if it was equivalent to direct sunlight. So let's go ahead and pull that. Where is it?
There you go.
I'm saying what you're typing in the stream.
Where am I? I'm so not used to this anymore. Attack. Nat
Oh!
20.
Critical hit
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
gonna hit.
Can I crit it? Is it critable?
Yeah, it's not immune to crits, so go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh no! I forgot that it did that. So I was rolling the crit damage myself. It's only the first 4.
Okay.
So
6,
4,
11,
11,
4, 15.
15, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
And that'll be
Hold
the
on.
end of my turn.
Fantastic. All right. Hey, it's why is Zoro on here? Get out of here.
I don't know. Yeah, get him
Okay,
off.
it's not Siphona's turn either yet. That other cloud of smoke begins to take shape. All right. So, let's see.
I would like to use a free action to taunt it.
There's no
stick my
free
tongue
actions
out
in
at
this edition.
Oh.
So, but let's see. Let's say odds evens. Bump. All right.
I really hope Adia has Warcaster.
Well, about that. So, yeah, it's gonna make 3 attacks on Adia. Let's see. These are all. I think these. Don't know if I have her AC actually plugged into this. Let me just roll the hits here. And okay, so I must have something plugged in here for her. Yeah. Okay. So one of them does hit, and as it does hit her, in fact, let me pull up this. So roll that on her, and okay, so she needs to make a saving throw. What is her save? Because I don't have that plugged in on her token. Save. It's, okay. So only a +2 mod. What does she get? That's actually a damn good roll. All right, so she made the saving throw. So she is she avoided the secondary effect, and I believe she takes half damage. No, that's just to avoid the secondary. So she takes full damage on it. So that is going to be. Why won't it let me roll that? All right. You see her start to like scream as her body is just racked with these arcs of energy from being hit by that ice flail. She takes 19 points of lightning damage.
Oof.
You see her body just kind of almost balls up for a moment, like her body just almost seizes, but she starts to move again. And that will end her turn, and that will bring it all the way to Sophona. Let me mark her damage here.
I don't want to F myself, but she has some concentration check to keep pace.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Just so we can make sure that she doesn't fail, will go ahead and burn my inspiration point for Adia.
Okay, that's a good thing you did, because she rolled a 7. Okay, she passed.
Nice.
All right, and so she maintained concentration. Sophona, it is your turn, and Dia is starting to look real rough. All right.
She didn't heal up during the short rest.
She was killing as many other people as she could. She did heal herself as much as she could. She doesn't have infinite spell slots.
Hmm.
In fact, that
Why
haste,
not? She should.
that haste burned up her last 3rd level slots.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay. So Sophona starts to break this.
Go back the way I came.
All right.
I'm going to draw my short bow.
Okay.
And I will take a shot.
So, putting the gun away, you take the short bow out. Go ahead and, let's see. That was horrible.
Why am I targeting 2 things? That's why I'm targeting 2 things. Yeah, I'm assuming if 11 doesn't hit, so...
Yeah, that's correct. 11 is going to miss.
That's it.
All right. So, at the end of your turn, Sophona, that orb, Garrett, that was glowing, fires at you.
Oh.
And misses you entirely as it just... It kind of goes past you and hits that shell beyond you. As you see this big ring of frost just kind of coalesce over that shield from where it hit. Whatever it hit looks like it would have chilled you over like it did Rexia.
It didn't hit me.
But it is your turn.
All right. Well, I am going to rage.
Favorite words.
Yep. And then I'm going to smack the shell.
All right, so go ahead.
Prefer ideally in the spot that was just frozen over.
All right, and why don't you make your attack roll?
Yeah.
You did.
24.
There we go. All right, so you do connect, and why don't you roll your damage?
Oh boy.
Good roll, brother.
But that's how we're gonna kill these things. With the extra frost damage.
Actually, I don't
Why,
think it
Garrett?
actually turned on rage. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay, you do connect. Roll your damage. Another 16. All right.
Actually, that last one should be 19 because it didn't add the +3.
Yeah.
Well, the first
Yeah.
one you mean.
The first one should be
19.
19 because I
Yeah.
didn't have rage because it didn't actually have rage applied at that point.
Okay. All right. So you begin swinging your greatsword into this thing, just whack, whack. You're starting to see cracks appear on it, but it is still holding on here.
All right.
But you are damaging it.
That's good. That's good to hear.
All right. Let's see. Anything else you're going to do on your turn?
No, that seems about it.
All right. Moving on to men here.
Men here, cut it up.
So when men here finds this thing is female and
Can I move there?
wants to give him all the hugs in the world.
Don't forget you're also hasted right now, bud.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm moving there and I'm gonna whack it. I'm gonna play whack-a-mole on the thing.
Whack 'em all with a ball. Let's go.
It's the best way to
Alrighty.
do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm debating, man. Good lord. Should I go for broke or should I play conservative?
Go for broke. Why not?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
And a
for that.
criticals.
Yeah, boy.
That's a critical hit.
Okay.
I love
I'm
seeing
looking
that.
forward to seeing this. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
This is gonna be beautiful.
Oh.
31
Holy
damage.
shit.
Very nice. All right.
A lot of damage.
22
Is
to
gonna
hit.
Yes. Swinging that
23
maul.
damage.
All right. Is that not? Let's see.
10 to hit. Misses.
Okay. Let me drag this
And then
over.
4th attack because you criticaled.
Well, I would hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm manually adding the damage here. Okay. And
That was 3. But I get, yeah, you're right. I get a 4th because I critted it.
yes.
And also a 5th because hasted.
Does 13 hit the thing?
No, it does not.
It would help if I had it targeted.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's why I've been manually adding the damage.
No, I targeted it, Dave. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
And another 13.
Wow, 2 9s.
Well, hey, my bonus is drastically reduced when I'm trying to do the Great Weapon Master thing. So.
Yep.
To be fair, you hitting it that many times with Great Weapon Master was pretty awesome.
All right. So, is there anything else that you do, Menhir?
Nope.
Totally can action surge it.
Well,
This is true.
yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's do it.
Woo!
Action surge.
Here's another 4 attack.
I'm like a spinning whirlwind of doom.
Hey, you're an Earth Genocide. You're not an Air Genocide.
Yeah.
That's my job.
All right.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
It's
that,
okay, you still have 2 more attacks. Another critical.
another crit.
Oh my god.
That's another attack on top of that.
26 damage.
All right, you're still wailing. It's still got its form up. Go ahead and make your free crit attack.
Miss.
Okay.
1 more.
It's gonna hit.
19. 26.
All right. So do you want to tell us how you kill this thing?
Yeah.
Dude, wide sweeping arcs and yelling, just knocking pieces of its substance aside with each spinning connection, and then, it's probably getting battered, so that's what he's missing, some of those because of its own reactions to the hits and whatnot. And then the last one finally connects it, and it dissipates.
All right. Yes, and you just see it, the roar as it's dissipating. Just, all this lightning starts going off everywhere. It's just traveling up the mall from the final blow. And almost like a reverse quickening. It's just devastation as it starts to disperse into the atmosphere.
Dang, how much damage did I do, brothers? It was a lot.
A lot. Over 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in here. Just imagine if I give you Holy Weapon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't right now because I don't have 5th level spell slots, but damn.
well, as that creature disperses, the other creatures of smoke also begin to disperse.
Oh, well then.
Lucky us.
That seems to have taken care of the problem.
I don't know. See, that's like the roll the dice question, y'all. You either can hit more often without doing the +10. So I don't know. It's just debatable which one's better.
Yeah.
I think if you have a good chance to hit, GWM is better. Especially when you have a lot of buffs like Hex and Holy Weapon on you, then you're just a fucking machine.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So,
Like everything, it all comes down to situation.
Yep.
just like how that situation was very easily rectified by just killing the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's luck, is what that is. Don't see. Well, I'm tired now. I'm gonna take a nap.
Well,
Anybody got any food?
I'll head over. Are we out of combat?
As far as you know,
I'm gonna go over to Menhir and give him some food from my rations, and then I'm going to turn to that dome that Garen was punching really hard with the sword, and I'm just going to light it up with some Eldritch Blasts.
I'm gonna point at it and send the spiritual weapon at it too.
all right.
I'm going back to inspect bodies while they do that.
Okay. So one of your blasts managed to hit it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good job, bro.
Can I move my hex on it technically?
No.
Okay, then that's fine.
Garen, also make your attacks on it, and
Yep.
the spiritual weapon, roll the attack on that as well. Okay, they both hit. 3 damage. All right. All right, so Garen, on that last swing, the shell begins to shatter. It's almost like glass as it comes crumbling, crashing down. All the bits of the frame just start above it, just start hailing down all these crystalline shards. As they hit the stone below, they shatter and splinter, creating this loud echoing sounds. If Sophona didn't shoot her shot before, this would have definitely been the loudest thing you've heard. But the barrier is down.
I'd suggest you grab that essence.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right. So, as Garen is starting to collect the essence of air, Sphona. Why don't you make a investigation check for me, please?
Alrighty. I'll burn my lucky on that. I don't. I feel lucky, Dave. I feel lucky.
So, looking at the wounds, going through the bodies, a few things you notice. One is you know that the kindred that were sent before also had spheres like Adia, Dane, and Garen were given. You don't find those spheres on these bodies. Also, you find some very peculiar, very precise marks, wounds, especially on the body that's on the under the rubble there. Make a medicine check for me. You going over the bodies here, you don't think that these kindred, as Garen's people call them, the ones chosen to go through the trials of their ancestor spirits, you don't believe that these kindred were killed by the creatures here. The precision markings is not burn marks from electricity. It's not blunt force trauma like they were, crushed by these pillars. They were precise stabbings, cut marks, and especially the one on the rebel here looks like he was, the throat was slit, and there is a very fine puncture mark above the sternum where the heart would be.
Well, that background's kicking in. This looks like a murder. I may have a murder scene on my hands here. Betrayal. And I'm going to assume the pockets have been already picked if... we have business priorities here. We have to recover mementos.
Well, you do see things like, some things look like they were rummaged through, but not the smaller pockets, but some of the large, like, satchels and sacks that they had were definitely gone through.
Oh yeah, definitely murder, and they were looking for something. The things I can't find on them, probably.
What are you looking for on them?
Well, originally they're orbs.
Yeah, those are nowhere to be found.
And then the next thing would be items that look magical or would be useful in battle.
So, who wants to go out on a limb and say Dan?
Yeah, no, he's a traitor.
Click, why'd you do it?
What?
How did you get here before us and murder all these people, despite you being in my company the entire time?
Power the Platinum Dragon. Yeah.
We have essence. We leave, yes?
Well, the essence takes a while to collect. The essence takes about 30 minutes for that to pull out.
Of this
Search for treasure.
Well, I am going to alert everybody to the bodies over here. And then once they come over here, I'm going to head over to the... Crap, I forgot the name.
What
name?
The other sets of bodies. The wedding...
The ones that are not on that platform, the ones that are at the blue portal?
Oh, they're over...
Yeah, there's two different sets you found when you first came in. there were multiple blue skin bodies by the blue portal that were just kind of floating in the air.
I thought they were by the orbs. Okay.
No, yeah, the single body you only saw kind of like the arm, not quite up to the shoulder, but most of the arm is the one that you're at now. That's where we see beyond the rubble that there was 3 wood elves.
All right, guys. How are we gonna have to break this to Garand that he's gonna have to kill Dane? He's gonna be heartbroken.
Rexy, I assume you're saying this to the group.
Yep.
Hey, Garrett, you're gonna have to kill Dane! She, like, puts her hands to her mouth and does the volume thing.
Thanks, Roxy. Thanks for making sure we did it in a kind, touching manner.
Very tasteful.
The tact is perfect.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind, but you have to kill Dane!
What? Why? It's because I assume he's still over there collecting the essence.
Yeah, you're holding up the orb, trying to carefully collect it, because you got to get just the right amount, because if you don't, then, it ruins kind of like the other essences. You have to have exactly a quarter. That's why it takes so long, because you can't screw it up.
Well, let's do it.
While Garand is going about, can I just take a look around and see if there's anything else around here?
Dave, can you remove the haste effect from me, sir?
I could.
And then when her spell is done, he is tired from it a little bit.
May I make a perception check, Dave?
So you just like looking around the area, or are you actually like
Just
searching?
looking around.
All right.
Around the area. Boop. 22.
So, looking about, you're just kind of scanning the area, trying to see if there's anything, unusual. And there's a lot of unusual here, but one thing you do notice out in the distance, is more similar, like clouds moving towards this platform.
Guys? Hey, Garrett, how fast can you get that thing soaked up?
It's a bit of a process. It's gonna take some time.
Hey, Eddie, can you do that thing you did before, where we could just take the essence into the other world real quick?
Well, we took that back to the Prime. We didn't take that into another plane. I don't know what would happen if we took this into...
Yeah, well, we got company!
Well, she just kind of points over where the other portal was at. And the portal that you came in is closed right now.
Oh, heavens.
Because the Mara has to keep opening them, because they last about a minute when they're opened, and then she has to redo the rituals to recast them. She keeps doing that until you come back. That's what she did when you went to the plane of Earth. She just kept casting them over and over again, trying to give you as much time to get back. That's why you rushed to get out of the flame one, because that portal wasn't going to stay open from the Modron. Because he died.
Right. How
Otherwise-
fast are they moving?
That
How fast are they moving towards us?
not very fast. It's like slow moving clouds right now.
Right. Well, we better get moving then. Or at least getting ready to move. Let's head back, grab that rope. We can recover at least one of the rods.
I thought we were going through that portal on the right.
Yeah, but we probably shouldn't leave behind resources. because we don't know if we're coming back this way.
It's easy. The last person across, remove the other one, and then drag them out the rest of the way.
Yeah, they can tie the rope around themselves, and a bunch of us can pull them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to leave any immovable rods.
Yeah, that's what I want to avoid. 'Cause these immovable rods have saved our butt a few times.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
They're quite useful.
Well, clouds are coming, so Garen, keep draining as much as you can. Actually, do we think we have 30 minutes?
It's gonna be close.
Click will walk up to Idia. Is Idia hurt?
I've seen better days. I can carry on for a little bit longer, but I wouldn't want to take too many more hits like that. That's... I won't lie, that hurt a lot.
Can I roll medicine to see how fucked up she is? Maybe
Sure.
get a hit point. How many hit points she has out of how many? 18.
Idea, how do you feel? On a scale of 1 to 67, I'm about a 43. You know?
Well, considering that my people are being burned and our ancestral homes being destroyed, I am, she's physically, wounded, and my kinsmen lay here slain. I'd have to say it's pretty low on that scale. But Click, she's got 30 hit points left. So she's got like 92 hit points. She's at 62 wounds.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
Is
Let's
she
see.
good looking, Dave?
was that?
God.
I didn't-
Oh, dude.
Is she good looking, Dave?
Leonard needs to heal her.
Wow.
He'll be willing to rub some pasty goo ketones on him.
Well, I mean, she's not sexy
I'm just
elven
messing around.
paladin kind of level of hotness, but she's still
Here.
got elvish hotness.
Rub some of this on yourself.
Let's see. Ketones.
I got two uses of effect remaining. Or I got 3 potions of regular healing as well, and 1 potion of superior healing. So what do y'all want me to use?
I'd use the potions first.
Right now,
Okay.
Safona hasn't even touched her ketones. I haven't even rolled for it.
Yeah, it's D4 plus 1 uses. I rolled 1 on both of them, which sucks.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on mine too. I just have 1 use left.
Cool, you got 4. They're so good. Actually, you're right. It's wasteful to use those though. It's better to use the potions first.
All right.
So I will use a couple potions of healing on her.
All right. So roll the 2 potions of healing that you were giving her. 7 and 6. All right.
Why is this potion of healing white?
God damn it.
Another time, perhaps.
All right. She's looking a little better, but she's still. You can still see a lot of the wounds of the battles, the elemental planes that you've all been traveling in. The fire, the burns. She's still kind of
There's another one.
9. Okay. All right. So some of the bleeding stopped, but there's still marks, burn marks, and she's at 40 wounds now. So she's 52 hit points. So
Should I use a spell? It's very, very tempting.
she's just like, I feel better, but
You're gonna make me use all my potions, dang it.
We need to.
Hey guys. Kind of running on a clock here.
All
No, we're
right.
doing that while Garen's doing his thing.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing we have to do.
What do we have to do?
You don't want to leave the stuff behind, right?
Well, no, but we're going back that way, aren't we?
No, we're not. We're going in the blue portal on the left.
Are we?
Why?
Do you all have any other way to get to the other elemental planes?
But in all the other planes, we went through the portal. We went through the portal that we came in from.
We
No.
don't have a fourth portal.
That's not true. The Modron helped us from the Earth to the firewall.
Yeah, the Modron, helped you with the fire one, and after he died,
No problem.
that portal was very short-lived, which is why y'all were
Alright,
booking
then.
it.
All right. Let's do it then. Let's do stuff.
Wait a minute though. I'm thinking that portal over yonder leads to the water plane. And last I checked, I did not have the foresight of our good brother Click, and I can't breathe underwater.
Well, I mean, there's land in the airplane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there stands to reason that there's probably something that we'll be finding in the water plane.
It looks like the planes have been blending together a bit. Lava in the earth plane. Earth in the air.
Let's just do the rope.
All right, so now that island that you're going to is not on the same level of elevation as the one that you're on. It's actually higher up. So it's about 20 feet higher than the other platform.
Oh, grappling hooks.
Damn it, Sophona.
What?
Leave it to you to mention the one piece of nice gear that I forgot to buy.
Well,
Or wait, does that come with a climber's kit?
that actually might.
I'd hope so.
That seems like something that would come with a climber's kit.
Well, let's find out. Let's see. Armor templates.
Nope.
Pistons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness.
Yep.
Well,
All right. Well, men here, you have a climber's kit.
Yep.
You're gonna have to climb.
Yep. I can't make that jump though. I can get close, but I'm gonna fall.
What, the 10-foot jump?
Oh no, over there? No, I thought we were talking about toward the water plane.
Yeah, but see, we can come up from the upper island.
Oh, you mean getting back? Yeah, I can probably jump and grab onto the side of that floating one there and then climb up the rest of the way. I could probably do that.
It's gonna be gutsy, but the only other option is I burn my 4th level spell to summon the Pegasus.
Hey, Click, how about you hand me one of them immovable rods, please?
Click hands Min here an immovable rod.
Sweet. That way, if I can't get a grip, I could activate it and hold on to it so I could correct myself. All right, then. No time like the present. Move out the way.
Now that island is 20 feet up in the air.
Does it protrude down at all? Like the sides of it?
It does, but it's more of the parts where it protrudes down is further in, so it's not on the ledge. It's kind of like a cone, inverted cone, just kind of pointing downward.
All right. Well, hey, Click, give me a second immovable rod then.
I give him yet another immovable rod.
And I'm gonna do what I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna use them to monkey bar myself up to the other island.
All right. Just make an athletics check for me.
I'm nervous.
Oh, first thing we do is we gotta get the rope of climbing back.
No, I know. That's why. But we got to get to that center part, man. Dang it.
Because if we get the rope of climbing back,
Oh,
we can knot it, and that'll make the second part of this really easy.
All right, so Menhir, go ahead. Everybody's watching to see what happens.
Guidance.
All right, you add a D4 on top of the athletics check as well.
I kind of don't want to fall forever, so I think I'm going to spend the inspiration point.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good. But good idea.
Okay. Fantastic.
24.
So you see Menhir just start to do kind of the monkey bar approach. Just put a rod out in front of him, activate it, swings, pushes the other one up, swings, and he just keeps repeating. As he's doing that, he's doing a fairly good job of doing it, and he does climb up elevated because he's going upwards with it, which is kind of what makes it so awkward and a little weird, just trying to make sure that he can actually get the elevation and keep his grip with everything. But, Menhir, you do manage to monkey bar your way up to the other island.
Sweet. Awesome. So now I gotta retrieve stuff.
Yes.
Alright, I will go across the rope to the other side first to retrieve that immovable rod.
Okay, make another athletics check for me, please.
Can I burn my point of inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Well,
Unless you want to take that 10.
the 12 will work. Well, it's a rope, dude. It's probably not super difficult.
No, a 12 is actually what you needed to get across. So
Cool.
that was right on the nose. Again, just looking down, feeling uneasy about this whole place. Nothing about this place sits.
Can I give myself advantage by stating that I don't look down?
I didn't say you looked at it, just this whole place. Everything about it, it just doesn't sit well with Menhir internally. It's like a living conflict, and all these things just kind of that distract you. You're trying going across the rope, and again, you just kind of almost lose your grip, and you manage to catch yourself right near the end before you lose your grip. Taking that calming breath, you finish the rest of the way, and you're now on the other island where you first came in.
Sweet. You activate that rod,
Bloop.
grab the rope of climbing.
Tie it and then tie it around your waist,
I was about to
and
say,
then
yeah.
swing across. Swing back across.
That's exactly what I was gonna do, actually.
Yep.
So now it's time, Bandits, as he just whee goes underneath.
That's exactly what happens. And then as we go, I'm gonna tell the rope to knot itself too. That'd be cool. It like pulls me up and shit.
All right. So yeah, Menhir just like swings, kind of goes up, and doesn't get near the other island where you're at, but you see him just kind of do this big swing, and then he goes all the way back. And he just keeps swinging a little bit till eventually it kind of stops on the other side as the rope hangs limply over the edge of the floating island.
Exactly, and then pull myself back up there.
All right.
With the knotted rope gives me advantage, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah, you climb back up on the island, and there you go.
And then get that, and then grab that immovable rod and get it all stuffed and built with the rest of them.
All right.
And then make that easy for me jump back down to my buddies. That's my favorite part, y'all, because I ain't even got to roll, dudes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Menhir has successfully collected the rope of climbing and the 2 immovable rods.
Ain't enough damn ground here. This shit is creepy.
Click gives him the thumbs up and shoves everything in his pack. If we jump between those islands, like the island just above the blue portal island, we can jump to there from the big island, and then jump to the smaller island with the portal on it, without making any checks.
I'll have to make them, but you should be fine.
Well, I mean, is the one above the blue portal, is that like vertically above it? Because if it is, then you could probably like jump down and then make with the arc.
Well, the floating islands are a little bit higher, but they're not a 20 feet difference in height. They're more like a 5-foot elevation.
All right.
Yeah, it's not as big as the
I
difference.
mean, Safona only needs to make up 1 foot, so.
I know Siphona's just kind of looking really hard at this. Really hard.
Guys, I think it's time for me to go. Oh, I can't get back over there either. Time to summon Pegasus too.
All right, so is that going to be the plan to get to the blue portal?
It's not really a bad plan to get to the blue portal.
To jump over to jump
Yeah,
islands.
dude, because I could make those jumps easy. Like I said, once
Well,
again, I would prefer that because I don't have to roll.
Yeah, Click shouldn't need to roll either.
Safona's the only one that really needs to roll.
Poor Safona.
But again, you only need to make 1 extra foot, so it
Okay,
shouldn't be
you know what?
incredibly
Let's
difficult.
quit being stupid, though. This lack of security or backup is stupid on our part, and I can't believe I didn't say something earlier. When it's Safona's turn, I'm gonna anchor her to me. That way, if she misses it, she ain't gonna fall forever to oblivion, and then we can catch her and just hoist her around.
Yeah, that way she can.
With a
Good
rope?
idea.
Correct, with a rope.
It'll be nice and snug. I mean, just like a scarf around your neck.
Yep.
I was thinking waist.
Thank you for that lovely image, Click.
That's totally how that works.
Look, it's not Click's fault that you haven't been training your neck muscle since you were 4 years of age, like Click has. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's a different kind of training that Click did.
Dear God, can we progress on?
You know what? Don't bother with the rope. I'll jump the wrong direction if you don't mind.
Oh,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Safona's like, I'll go the long way and purposely die.
All right. So there's only really one check that Safona would have to make, and that's going to be from here to here.
I believe in myself. I clearly need to believe harder.
So Safona takes a running leap And as she leaps, she's like, "Gonna make it, gonna make it!" And it's almost like Spider-Man, where he's just like, "Yeah." Oh,
So what do I gotta make to like a strength save or a strength check or what?
Yeah, make a strength saving throw since her body's pulling on yours and you're trying to
Yeah.
stay up yourself.
17.
So, just like one-handing it, you just kind of hold her. She just tugs. You don't even flinch that much. Though you don't like the fact that you're being tugged close to the edge of this island, you keep from falling off with her.
Sweet.
Well,
and then hoisting her up is no big deal for me.
Yeah, no, that's not really an issue with that. Though, when she does kind of like, as you catch the rope at the end, the rope kind of slowly starts to kind of spin her around as she's dangling, just looking down at the infinite skies below.
with 1 mile visibility perfection.
Yes. So many.
Oh, I can't see the ground.
There are so many giant, like, clouds, pocket clouds moving about. It's horrifying.
Hey, Sifona.
It's fine.
Did some
I
drops-
ride a Pegasus.
Did some drops of pee come out?
Wow.
I'd have words for you. If it wasn't for you could just go, whoopsie, my hand slipped. So
Alright.
no. Thank you for not letting me plummet to my death.
I do my best.
Although if I plummeted for long enough, I probably could re-summon the Pegasus.
That's hilarious yet true.
Well, you are on
And
the.
then it would plummet.
Well, you are all on the island with the other swirling magical portal with the 3 blue-skinned creatures that you saw, that you still see here, just kind of floating by the portal itself, which again is which is just from what it looks like, a swirling storm of almost like wind and rain. You can feel like the splashes of water coming from it.
Well, that certainly appears to be where we need to go.
I'm gonna check the bodies.
All right. So, as you get closer, but go by the bodies, the 3 blue-skinned humanoids, they're dressed in kind of a silken garb that you can see here. The little scale kind of not really thumb, but the what was it called? The like loincloth that they have. But they also look like they have very tight, almost like sashes that are kind of like little bits of green and white. And they float lifelessly near this swirling cloud of wind and water. The storm's ferocity is really peculiar as you're trying to go by the bodies here. It looks like the ferocity of it is more directed inwards as the swirling kind of eddies, disappearing into the center of this vortex.
I wonder why they came here in the first place. Anybody want to make an assumption?
Perhaps they needed something as well.
Well, after we check for valuables.
Like you do.
Maybe Grant's people trying to kill us.
No, these are not Garen's people. These are much larger than Garen's people.
I'm just saying that every time we went through a portal, we had a big fight.
You don't know. Maybe there's a wedding party on the other side.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's quite a rager.
Would like some cake.
Cake is good.
I offered you cake a couple nights ago. No. Apparently, it was inedible.
Click turns green and walks through the portal.
Whoosh! Click goes in. There's a little bit of splash of water comes out as he goes inside of it.
All right.
I'm going to hold my breath, and I'm going to go, Geronimo! Whee!
After I finish, definitely not looting.
Definitely not.
Totally not looting.
If they've got nothing, they're going into the portal too. Always good to return the dead.
Yeah.
The Raven Queen would be proud of you.
Well then, all right. Does anybody not go into the portal?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Come on, this is a great place to stay. Look at the clouds; they're pretty close.
Yeah.
That one looks like a murderer.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting now. All right.
Just start hearing fish blood. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Well, yes and no. A lot of things kind of happen here. Let's see. One of these. There we go. All right. So going through the portal. The portal itself, as you emerge from it, is you're in pretty much that swirling vortex of water is all around you here. It seems to be like slowly kind of pulling things kind of back toward it, including yourselves that just went through the portal. A few things. Click is the first one to experience this. You find yourselves immediately engulfed in what looks to be kind of an endless sea. Very dark and no way to breathe.
Welp.
You don't see the water's kind of a bluish green. While there's no air here, you looking up, even through your dark vision, you don't see a surface anywhere within kind of sight. There's little bits of like fish that are, you're not sure what color they are, again through the dark vision, but they kind of swim by. Now,
On goes the cap of water breathing and the ring of swimming.
Okay.
Do I have enough breath for one spell?
Yeah, anybody who so if you want to cast a spell with this, you can cast one spell before your breath kind of leaves your body with that, and then unless you can water breathe like Click can now with the cap, you would go immediately into the drowning thing where you've left all
I
your
can
air.
hold my breath indefinitely, so drowning doesn't happen to me.
So phone
Fair.
slams down the alter self button as hard as she can.
Okay.
Just keep slamming it.
Well, then it leaves Adia, Menhir, and Garand.
Yeah.
What do you alter yourself into? What do you change? What do you change just to breathe or like gills?
Yeah, yeah, she's going to gills.
Okay.
The aquatic adaptation. So now I have a
Sorry,
moose needing
guys.
for water.
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all had a chance to buy a helm, a cap of water breathing, and a ring of swimming when I mentioned it.
Hey man, I can again hold my breath indefinitely. I'm fine.
Well, that was mainly pointed to men here in Grand that don't have a way to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. So, Click.
Yep.
Who's the one that's the most prepared here?
Yep.
Why don't you make a perception check, since you're gonna be
Gotcha.
the first one to actually see things here now that you're being adjusted. 20.
Natural,
Nice.
dirty 20.
All right. Well, Click notices some things. One thing that Click notices is out in the distance, some distance away, there seems to be some kind of a flat stone platform that's encased in some sort of bubble. However, Click, there is something else that you notice as you look up. As you look up, Click.
Swear to God, Dave. Swear to God.
It is indeed a mouth.
God damn it.
and I wish that I could kind of joke on this, but not literally right above you, like, within 5 feet. You do see what seems to be a colossal monstrosity, a gaping maw of teeth, tentacles, as the form slowly descends towards you and your fellows by the portal.
This may have been a bad idea.
Oh, perfect. Click will wave to everyone else and then point up to the thing and then to the bubble.
I am going to burn another key point to Step of the Wind and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, I'm swimming like hell to the portal. To
Yeah.
the bubble.
I'm going to grab Sophona and I'm going to burn.
I can triple move.
Oh, you can. Well, so can I.
So,
I don't think you have a
do it.
swim speed though.
Fair. Okay, I'm gonna let Sophona be, and I'm going to just triple move and get the fuck out of Dodge. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're moving, it is going to it's gonna make some attacks here.
How far away is the bubble?
The bubble itself is about 120 feet away.
Okay. If I double move the first round, I can make it there the next round and still have an action.
I'm also gonna try to make for the bubble as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here.
Don't worry, guys. We got corpses. They'll buy us a little bit of time.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'd be more worried about, the ones who can't breathe and swim very fast underwater.
Yeah.
No, see, the corpses are going to slow down the big mouth thing and hopefully buy us a little bit more time. Or it's going to eat them in one bite and keep moving.
Well, this thing with, multiple tentacles that's quite large and in charge as he comes down. So it is going to use its legendary actions after each one of your moves to try to grapple some people. Okay.
I moved 80 feet away on my round. I don't know if he could move me.
For me, I would be the same distance as Click.
So it's after Click moves, it's going to make a tentacle attack on Garand,
Boy.
and it will miss.
Good.
And after Rexy moves, it'll make a tentacle attack on Menhir, and it'll also miss. And it will also, let's see,
Burn that 90 feet of swim speed and get out of here.
make a tentacle attack on Adia, and that is gonna hit. So, can she?
I have a Hail Mary.
No. What's your Hail Mary? As she is grappled.
It'll happen on my next turn.
Okay. So, Adia is being grappled by this thing. As she's trying to swim, the tentacles start wrapping around her, start kind of stopping her from swimming as she's like struggling. The rest of you going as fast as you can to that platform in the distance.
I will oppose its grapple to try to break her free.
All right.
I will give. Can I give him assistance on that?
If you're gonna
A
not
help
swim
action.
away, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me. I'll give him a help. I'll help him out with that.
All right. Go ahead and make athletics here.
Hell no, I rolled
That-
shit.
Wow.
Can you? Oh, you already had
Well,
advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I rolled poop, dude.
You don't even beat its bonus.
That's what I'm saying.
Oof.
I'll try again.
So, all right. Well, it's
How big is this thing, Dave?
it is colossal in size. It
We're
is
dead.
over 20 feet in diameter. Now, it is going to unleash. You see its body start to kind of arc with energy, and it releases these bolts of lightning in the water, just kind of cascade out.
Oh yeah, we're super dead.
And everybody is going to be in distance for this.
Damn, what's the radius on that
120 feet.
thing? Damn.
I mean, you know,
Dexterity saving throws.
electricity and water.
Please.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Dexterity save?
Yes.
17.
Okay.
1 second, I need to clear off
18.
an effect on me. There we go.
Please tell me that.
Oh God!
One.
No.
Please tell me that saves. That 18 saves, by the way, so I can say fuck your electricity.
Okay. So no, it actually does not.
Okay, I'm taking half damage still.
What the fuck?
All right. So everybody is going to be taking 22 points of lightning damage.
I'm taking 11. Woo!
Dudes, if this is what I think it is, we are dead. In fact,
Okay.
we really
Okay.
are.
Well, let's get out of the water.
Get out! Get out! 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 Sorry, Adia, you were a nice ally, and I prefer life.
Nope. Goodbye.
All right.
Oh.
So click.
Yeah.
All right. So you were swimming pretty far as you started getting shocked in the ass.
Yep. It's my turn again?
It is your turn.
Alright, my move action takes me another 40 feet. I should be in the bubble now, right?
Yes, you've reached the bubble. As you pierce into it, there is a little bit of atmosphere, a little air in here. A few interesting
Okay.
things in here. No, there's no like critters in here, but the platform is about 15 feet. So it's about 15 feet square.
Yeah.
Now, there's no light in this platform, but you can...
Oh, dark vision.
Right. So there's no light in here, but with your dark vision, you can see what looks like there's like a little portal in here. It's just like a portal of swirling energy.
Like the one we just went through, just like a different color or something?
Well, you can't really see colors with your dark vision, but you just see swirling energy just moving. It's similar consistency to portals you've been jumping through. You've been jumping through quite a few portals in the past few hours, more than you've probably ever done or maybe ever care to do.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't seem to be giving off like any water or air. It's just a swirling mass of energy.
All right. Anything else?
That's everything that you can see here. Rexia.
I am going to action dash. Or, excuse me,
My turn wasn't over yet.
All right.
I still had an action.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my holy symbol and activate divine intervention. This is my Hail Mary. I'm going to ask Bahamut to save us from this abomination of the plane of water. So let's roll that percentage and see if I get lucky. I do not. I tried, guys.
Oh,
It's okay. I got one Hail Mary left myself.
All right. Rexia.
I'm gonna bonus action burn a key point dash over. That should get me into the bubble as well.
Yes, it
Because I was
does.
right behind click.
Rexia comes popping into the bubble.
Okay, we're gonna, hey, Wanda, Magi, Mysel. Ha 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 ha. I have my magic missile damage here somewhere. Here it is. All three of these darts are going to the duder, so boop.
What's the range on it?
Magic missile should be the same as magic missile.
Um,
Is it too short? That is entirely possible. I don't have it pulled up in front of me.
Pulling up.
Nope, it's 120 feet.
Okay, so I can hit him?
You sure can.
Okay, yeah, all three of those darts hit in for 12.
All right. Let's see here.
See, Stephona, I cannot expend all of my charges at once when I'm not panicking.
Glove, 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 glove.
Glub, glub, glub.
All right. So yeah, these orbs start flying from that platform where Click was at, and some of you with your dark vision, you can't really see all of it until they pierce into your dark vision as they fly up and hit this thing. So these balls of energy just start flying up and hitting this thing, just whop, whop, whop. As its tentacles still try to coil and crush Adia. Let's see. It's her. That's Sophona.
I just realized I don't have air for my Hail Mary.
Nope. You cast your alter self.
Right, well, I'm going to have to move, get into the bubble. Take a breath. The thing is, it probably has a way to resist this. This is probably the stupidest move I could make.
I believe in you.
You can do it.
If I move back out 30 feet, is it within 60 feet of range?
Let's see. If we move back 30 feet, no, it would be 90
That'd
feet.
be 90.
Mm. Yeah, it's probably resistant to command, so I can't yell drop it. Drop it.
Shake a can of pennies at it.
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Oh, it's raining outside.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cast light so we can at least see what color the portal is.
Okay. You cast light, and the portal is a vibrant purple, like a bright purple.
Do I see any glowing energy around here?
No, the only ones who could see those was Adia and Garen when they had the orbs.
Throw me the orb before you get pulled to your death.
Garen just throws it in the water and just starts to sink into the abyss. All right. Speaking of Garen and the abyss.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to try to break its grapple. I guess, whatever that action would be. Really.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't have you grappled. It's got her grappled. So
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to make a that trick, try to fight this thing. Go right ahead.
An athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna burn an inspiration on that.
I believe in you.
19.
All right. So, you start prying on the tentacles, just like using all your strength, and you start to feel the tentacles loosen just enough where she can kind of like wiggle her way through. So she is now freed of the tentacles.
All right, and then I'm going to start swimming towards the platform.
Okay, so you move 15 feet closer.
Nice.
Slowly but surely, Garen. Slowly but
All
surely.
right, that's my turn, I guess.
Menhir.
So, did he successfully break her free?
Yes.
He did.
Excellent. I will haul ass to the bubble. Can I grab her and drag her with me?
I mean, you can. It's. I mean, she's going to be
Just gonna
moving
slow me
the
down.
same. Yeah, you're both going to be moving slow because you don't have a natural swim speed.
Yeah. To the bubble, then.
All right. And she does not have a spell slot for that. And does not have one for that. Fantastic. Oh, wait. Hang on. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. What is... No, that's not going to work on this. Alright. Yep, so yeah, she's swimming right along with you. This creature begins to move further, and it will. Let's see. So, Fun, are you still in the water?
I am not.
Okay.
I think the only ones that are in the water are Mia, Dia, and Min here.
All right. So it is going to attack Dia again. So she. Oh fuck. That's a natural 20.
Woo! Today's a good day to die.
Oh, boy.
Woo! Yeah, that's
I can't luck that. I'm sorry.
That's oh god. That's gonna hurt.
This is one of those messed up situations, bros, where there's so many ways we can die right now, and if she dies, we're dead because we won't be able to get back.
Why wouldn't you be able to get back without her? She's not one opening portals.
Yeah, she's not.
You're not raging right now, are you?
No.
Do you have to be raging to use your shield?
Yeah.
So yeah, she just took 35 points of damage from that.
Good thing we healed her.
And that she's at she was at 51 wounds. And she has 92 hit points. That
She's barely up.
well, the problem is
Attack too.
well, besides that, because it hits with that after that damage, she's now grappled and restrained. And it has 9 other tentacles.
Cool.
Yeah.
So she's dead.
I
mean, we
all
tried.
Have really bad rolls.
We tried.
On the plus side, even with its mega hit bonus, rolling a 2 does not grant enough to get men here. So there is that working for you.
Garand has the ball, right? The energy ball.
Yes, Adia had her own with that, but she did not get the essence of air. She only has earth and fire on hers. So Garen's the one you want to kind of protect right now. And it gets its legendaries back, and it's going to end its turn there. So let's just do this here. We're going to say, just for simplicity's sake here, where's Rexia?
Hey, Click, do you have freedom of movement? Wait, is it a touch spell?
No.
It is touch spell. Damn it.
I don't really have anything that can help us. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it is Click's turn.
How close are they?
They are about 90 feet away.
Even
All
with
of
their move?
them.
They move. It's difficult terrain for them. So
I
they
thought
only
they
move.
had-
Menhir does not have a natural swim speed.
No, I meant I thought that they had started at 90, and then they moved that round.
No, from where you're at, from the portal, you are 120 feet away from the platform.
My ring of
Oh,
swimming
yeah, never
lets
mind.
me move at 40. That's why it seemed.
No, my mistake was I forgot that I said I'd move 30 feet out and then cast. Well, that's why I said 90.
It's all right. It's fine.
I'm back on track. I can do math.
It's all right.
This is probably touch. Yeah, that's touch. That's 30 feet. I can guiding bolt the thing. That's all I got, though. What do you think? Is it worth it?
I don't think we're killing this thing.
I don't have anything that can help.
Then get ready to jump into that portal.
I ready in action to jump into the portal when
Do we have
when
anything
they're
that
in.
would be, instead of directly confrontational, distractionary?
Yeah, I got a couple of things.
Well, that might be the best bet, is to make it, ignore us for a limited period of time so we can get the F out of here. But that sounds a little like this at this point. And then it's quiet.
And a little bit of pee comes out.
Only you can't tell because we're in water.
The greenish blue.
Suddenly
like
suddenly it's very warm.
I don't remember the movie, but it's like that one movie where they're all at a water park and they're peeing in the pool and the chemicals go
Oh,
off. And
it was a Sandler movie, I think.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have handed somebody a decanter of endless water. That would have been funny.
Well, would have been interesting.
Could it like a yeah.
No, because it would propel
Yeah.
them through the water.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, but
Sorry.
no, I don't have anything. I just have that ready to action. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Well, then we're moving on to Rexia.
We're just gonna pelt it with another set of magic missile.
Magic missiles.
I will continue to pronounce it as improperly as possible.
All right.
Go, Magic Mike.
More.
It's like how I pronounce machinist machinist. It's just it's magi missile.
Well, 3 magi missiles fly through the greenish blue oceanic waters that is this plane. They fly out of the darkness for Garand and men here, and they fly past, striking the creature that is behind you.
Somehow I hear, God damn it, Rexia! Just hit Vin here. Hit the stone.
Oh no! The water's angry at the stone. Alright, is that that would, I wonder if that would freak men here out. There's this creature here, and the entire plane seems to be angry at his junk.
Oh, that's basically all I can do.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure using my right of the flame in a water dimension is not gonna be useful.
Right. Is Ida still alive? Just about to die?
Barely.
Just barely.
Well, I'll try to stack the odds just a little bit more in her favor then. I actually have to alter this since I don't have it set for 4th level. I'll use my move, go out 30 feet. And then, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on her.
Okay. Alright,
Just
roll
need that,
roll the
guys.
healing.
There we go. Not to me.
But, yeah.
I'll take a little more damage. Well, that was kind of disappointing. 1, 2, 1, 4.
Well, that's
That's not going to help her any.
not especially since she's restrained and another lightning storm is coming.
Well, I tried action dash out back into the air bubble.
All right, so at the end of your turn, you get back in the bubble. Menhir, Garand, and Adia are going to need to make dexterity saving throws. She gets at disadvantage.
I think if it's restrained, you just automatically
4.
fail it.
No, it's disadvantage.
No, it's disadvantage. Yeah.
I might be thinking of stun then.
Oh,
Nice
damn. she had to drop a 20.
Oh,
Min here.
Yeah, what's up?
Take an inspiration from me.
For the saving throw?
Yeah.
Don't waste it, bro. My save sucks on Dex, dude. I have no bonus. Don't waste it.
Well, I'm useless right now. This is the only way I can help.
Give me the inspiration when I try to break her free again.
Oh, sure.
All right. So, so she failed that.
Dude, anytime he says Dex, I'm like, yep, I'm getting it. It's just a foregone
All right,
conclusion,
so
man.
22 points of lightning damage.
Again.
Yeah, we're getting. That's probably not.
And if you
bad.
made your save, you take half.
Did she make it?
No, she failed that.
Well,
She got that
healing
20,
word
she
was
would have
almost
made
used-
it.
Well,
The
I
survivor's
tried.
Real.
All right. And again, that was at the end of Sophona's turn, so now it's Garen's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to. First off, I'm gonna rage, activate rage, and then I'm going to try to break her out again.
All right.
And since I'm raging, I have advantage on strength checks. It's a 19.
All right. Let's see what it gets here. No. It without a bonus, it rolled a natural 19. So you were not strong enough for that.
All right, well, I guess I'll just keep swimming towards the portal.
You have 2 attacks though, right?
Oh, right, I do.
But that wasn't an attack. That was him trying
yeah,
to free
yeah.
her. That was his action.
Yeah.
That's where you could replace an attack action with a grapple.
But it's not a grapple.
Oh yeah, never mind. You're break free, all right? Well, yeah, you can grab onward and drag it in with us.
Come on!
Trying to amalgamate Minner's tactics with breaking someone else free.
Yeah, alright, well, I guess I'll move another 15 feet, 20 feet towards the portal.
All right. Menhir.
Can I have that inspiration now, quick?
Yes.
Here, I'll try.
I'll mark it there.
Twenty-two.
22. Let's see. 27. So you're trying to pull on it, trying to break its grasp on her, and it's like tightening up. You're like, the bubbles are coming up from the sides of your mouth. You're straining. This thing is one of the strongest things you've ever tried to fight. But you do not free her from its grasp.
Well, gentlemen, we've tried.
Yeah.
Menhir?
Oh, I am invoking the right of heroic time dilation to where the struggle I'm having in real life that is taking long will be like seconds in his head.
Trying to decide if you're gonna keep going for it.
Yep, that's what I'm deciding.
All right. Well,
No, because this is dude. Realistically, bros, do I want to keep playing this character? That's what it really comes down to. Because the odds are good that it can grapple me fairly easily as well. And if I stick around to free her, I'm probably gonna get grappled also, and then die too. So do I want to keep playing him in there and have him fail to save someone, or
Wouldn't she be dead after the lightning thing?
no? She's dying. She's not. Dead.
she's not dead
Oh.
yet. She's still at HP. However, at the end of Mirror's turn, it is going to use its last legendary action.
Man, get the fuck out of there, Minhir. It's fine.
The problem
We
is,
tried.
at this point, even if you broke her free, she's going to run out of air before we get her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just book it. Live to fight another day, brother.
I hate you, Dave.
What?
Yeah.
Minner swims to the portal.
All right. Well,
And dude, oh man, he is not. He does not have a pleasant demeanor.
well, as he swims off, it will.
He's grappled.
No, it's actually attacking her with advantage, with its tentacle, and it does hit her. Oh God, does it hit her?
Yeah, dude, it has so many tentacles. At this point, it can just rip her apart, dude. It's horrible. It's like the worst shit ever. Minner does not look back.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a. Let's see. Let's see how much damage she actually does. Actually, wrong die.
Yeah, if y'all are looking past me, y'all probably see like her arms and legs get pulled off, and it would not be good, man.
She's actually still alive. Not much, but you know, she's tentacles are like piercing into her. She's, you know, it's bad. But what makes it worse is, let's see, she can do anything here. Yeah, no, she's not going to be able to get out of that, and she doesn't have that anymore because she used that in that encounter. So yeah, she can't even do that to escape. So she is stuck. All right,
This is one
and
of those conundrums. Am I not RPing my character by using self-preservation to it?
No, you are.
no, but
It's literally suicide.
well, not only that, but it's also why are you here in the first place? There's a bunch of people that need your help. People that you said previously that one of the things to help them was so that they can help the other city and all the other people, that maybe you can gain an ally against a much larger threat. So, bless you.
Thank you. Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
bless
Christ. I hate being sick.
It's
Feels
all right.
bad, man.
All right. Well, this is gonna suck for her.
So she's about to become a part of a hentai, is what you're saying.
Oh God.
Oh.
Wow.
Come on, soul.
I could not resist. I'm
Well.
sorry.
You're a bad person,
wait.
Quincy.
Yeah.
You- okay,
Imagine
Lauren.
the worst hentai ever. Yeah.
Lauren, you've
That'd be
known me
any
longer
with
than
Rexy.
anyone
God.
else. Lauren, you've known me longer than anyone else here. You know I'm a bad person. Shut
I
up.
know.
That's a crit,
Doesn't mean I can't say it.
and that's almost a crit. So
Was it a crit for her breaking free?
no, this is its turn, making its actually that last one I don't think would count because it's grappled. So yeah, it's those two hit the critical hits, so that's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8,
Even if I stayed behind, I don't think I could have done anything.
plus 20. That's going to be 52 points of damage.
Yeah, she's...
As she is, she, Menhir's not looking back. Garen's swimming furiously. You just hear a bunch of the ocean waters just kind of rushing past you. Things, just the water being kind of pulled towards that vortex a little bit. This massive thing swimming in the water. And all right. All right, so it's got her with that. All right, Click. It is your turn.
Is everyone in the air bubble?
Oh no, Karen and
No.
many are still a ways away.
Ready in action.
Well,
There's-
let's see. Hang on. I've moved. I'm like 30 feet away.
No, because remember you went to go try to help her, and she's 120 feet away. So when you went back to go help her, you reset your movement. So then you
Right.
removed that 20
Right.
away.
I pull out my
Uh,
decanter of endless water and use it as a propulsion device. Like Click suggested. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm readying in action to go into the portal. Like I said before, there's not really anything I can do. I can only try the divine intervention once per day, and many of the spells that could raise their hit points, they're out of range for.
All right. Well, you're readying. Rexia,
I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
you're jumping in the portal.
You know it.
All right.
Well, maybe you should wait for the rest of us in case something like this happens again.
Okay, I'll wait. I guess.
Okay. All right.
I guess.
Sophona.
All right, which of the two looks like they're probably gonna have a harder time breaking free if they're grappled?
Ooh. That's a good question. If Garen's angry, Menhir. If Garen's not,
Still Menhir.
Yeah, men here. I'm gonna use a bonus action, bardic inspiration. Glove,
Yeah.
glove, 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 glove.
He has one higher bonus than me because he actually has athletics trained and Menhir doesn't.
Yeah.
Menhir's bonus is high not because he's trained, but because he has that remarkable athlete stuff, which all his untrained physical skills are half proficiency.
Well, Sophona is attempting to be a cheerleader, guiding you guys in. Bardic inspiration. Have a D8.
Thanks.
all right. Menhir moves.
Think you're all too far out still for me to do anything else productive.
Okay. So, Garen, if you double move, you'll be halfway to the platform.
Yeah, I can move 45 feet.
So, all right. And Menhir is what is Menhir doing?
I'm gonna double swim my butt to the thing.
All right. Thought you were
See,
gonna
that's the only advantage.
decanter
dude.
your way over there.
Well, I mean, yeah, bump it. Why not? Why not? I'll try that.
All right. So, this is gonna be interesting.
I like hold my foot out for Garen to grab onto it.
So you got to say the command to do it.
Yep.
The thing. So
Yep.
that's gonna use your air for that. However, you're gonna get rocket propulsion on that, and why don't you make a athletics to try to hang on to this thing as it's zooming you through the ocean. You're trying to steer it because you're kind of like in the wash of it as you're trying to hold on to it and it's zipping by. Oh no!
Oh, oh no!
Ah, that's some fun.
Inspiration.
That's
Taking
some funny.
inspiration.
That's some funny shit.
Someone gave you inspiration.
Okay, I'll roll it again. That's hilarious.
Oh,
No.
Oh God, now better. I'll roll the D8 too. Why not?
Yeah, you need a.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go. 8. Yep.
That's
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 just too damn
amazing. So
funny. That shit. Funny.
almost
Natural one.
losing it into the inky abyss. You barely you let go of the main decanter, and you like, oh shit, and your hands, like, it starts to slip through your fingers, and the little bit of like metal chain that holds the plunge, like the little the
Yeah,
cork for it, you're holding onto that like with just like, it's in between like two fingers, and your palm is like, your knuckles are white as you're holding on, so you're like, god damn it. And it's just pushing you through the water. So yeah, you are moved 60 feet through the water right now.
Sweet.
So you just going through, just tunneling through the water. Garen, you see men here just fly by in the water.
Later, bitches.
Well, he's got to kind of steer it because he's not exactly going straight towards the platform. He is going away from the creature, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, not quite to the.
If I'm not mistaken, that's only like a 1-round boost because I think you have to do the command word every round, don't you?
Either way,
Not
if you're
sure.
now within 30 feet, I can get you out of there.
I just random side note. My phone just let me know that, hey, places in your area are flooded, and I looked out my window and my entire street is covered in water.
huh? Yeah, that'd do it.
That would work, yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't get into your home.
It shouldn't. I'm on the second floor.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna be fine.
And then the giant tentacle mouth monster appears in the street.
Anyway, so yeah, Vineyard, you fly by. All right. That thing is. Let's see. It is.
Yeah, it says you do the command word and the amount of water pours out. It stops at the start of your next turn. So it's like a 1-turn thing.
So at the end of your turn, Menhir, it lets out this big inky cloud. So Garen, you're just outside of it, that extra 5 feet of movement. It almost got you into that. But yeah, you can't see it as it is in that blackness, and it's gonna do that. So, coming out of the darkness, past your dark vision, Garen, there are some tentacles coming your way.
Oh dear.
They haven't quite grasped onto you yet. They're trying, but they're like nipping at your legs. You're like, you're trying to swim to get as far away from them as possible. Click.
Yeah. How close are they?
Menhir with that boost, he's within 30 feet of that. Garen is 60. Well, he's really 55 feet away.
Well, I mean, the best I can do is hit Min here with a channel energy, but I don't think he's low enough to really benefit.
You got the
from
rope
that.
of climbing, right?
I'm going to get you out of the water on my turn.
Make the rope of climbing go to Garen, and he can grab it. Because it moves completely autonomously. Make it snake through the water real fast and extend out toward him.
It only moves 10 feet a turn.
Oh, never mind then.
Do it anyway. It'll be 20 feet out. Garen moves in 45. He can then grab onto it and make it in.
All right, I'll do that. I'll pull out the rope of climbing and tell it to go out towards Garen.
So
And
Click
yeah.
whips out his trouser snake and has it go out towards Garand.
Oh boy.
Click points at Garand in the water and yells, "Trouser snake!"
And a visual that Safona will never forget occurs.
Huh?
It's been a pretty bad day for visuals for Safona.
Yeah.
Everyone's had a rough day.
All right, so yeah, there's this rope that's coming from Click. That's after he shouts trouser snake that is starting to extend from him and start to go into the water. All right, Rexia.
I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing this whole time.
Just to kind of hold to jump in the portal.
Mugu Misu! I did damage to it!
Good
Boom,
job.
boom, boom.
Good job.
Well,
I
it's not
did
a
I
lie.
do
What?
Did I do good?
No.
It dies.
Yeah, so how do you want to do
How do you want to do this?
Don't we all wish that would kill it?
Big colossal being, 33 HP.
Yeah. So, Rexia, you launch more orbs at it. Well, actually, no, you don't, because you can't see it, because it's in that inky blackness.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the unholy darkness.
But in that darkness,
Garand instead.
there is a tentacle part.
I'm going to just look at that inky blackness, look at everyone else, and walk through the portal. Because I am fucking useless. Bye!
Well,
Once again, why are you triggering events before we finish this one?
Leroy Jenkins!
I'm useless!
My God.
I'm useless!
Yeah,
What do
you're
you
also-
want from me?
you're also about to be dead, probably.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, yeah.
All right, we'll get to Rexia in a moment. Safona.
Right, Safona's going to jump into the water, move 30 feet, grab onto men here, and then dash, bonus action dash to move another 30 feet back into dry land.
All right. Men here with his now sagging decanter is grappled by Safona with the noodly arms and dragged back into the bubble where he can now breathe.
One more trap into it.
Garand.
All right.
Swing.
I'm gonna double move until I get close enough to the rope, and then I'm gonna grab onto that.
Okay, well, you progress another 45 feet. So, with that, you will be within 10 feet of it. So, yeah, you can grab onto it. All right.
I'm gonna.
And now
onto the rope.
Click needs to retract it 10 feet.
Yes. So you're on the rope. You use your action and your movement to get to the rope, and you're just kind of like grabbing onto the little end of it. So
Yep.
next turn you could pull yourself in, or if Click is going to be kind and drag you in to reel you in. Now, Garand, you're close enough to the platform where you see the essence on the platform, as well as his portal.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna have to spend some time collecting that.
All right, men here, you're finally able to breathe. That creature.
You can grab the rope from Click. He wouldn't fight you.
Okay, I'll pull Garand.
All right. Well, Menhir grabs Click's trouser snake and uses it to pull Garand in,
Dear
who is also grabbing the tip.
That's right. You This is the most sensitive part of
This is what our game has become.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. All right. Okay. Well, because the water's not really, you're not fighting gravity with that. You're just kind of pulling him in, so there's not really much of a check involved with that. You're not finding any other forces, basically. So you managed to pull him in pretty easily. Garen, you break the threshold of the bubble. You're able to breathe.
Oh god. That was not good. So he's no, right, it's not my turn.
Yeah, and you can see because of the light spell that was cast here. So you can see the purple portal, but you see that essence also here as well.
Yeah.
So other than pulling him in here, is there anything else that you do?
The essence cannot be physically interacted with, can it?
Not by you. By Adia or Menhi, or by Adia or Garen, yes, they could.
So Rexia already went through the purple portal?
Well, she's not here. You didn't see her jump in. But...
Oh, okay.
We determined that the essence is not here, though. Is that right?
I mean,
Garen
no,
sees
the
it.
essence. You guys can't see it, so you wouldn't have known if it was here or not.
Okay.
Which it is. It is
Okay.
here.
Boy, Rexia, you really fucked the pooch this time.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Good job.
It's okay.
I'm okay with that because here's the thing. I 99% bet you that when he goes back to me, oh yeah, you're dead.
Oh no, I'll take up a defensive position to the rest of the party.
All right. So you take up a defensive position. As you do so, out in the waters, moving by, you see that colossal beast kind of swim in the general direction where you all were going to. It passes by the platform and the bubble. It almost looks like it can't see it the way it moves. It's kind of like looking down the water and you see this thing, the solid mass, the shell that it has, the mouth, which is easily like 15 foot wide when it opens up. The mass of like 10 tentacles, which are, easily 60 plus feet each. And they're just like trailing behind it as it almost pushes like a squid to like kind of move about. You see more arcs of energy just kind of around it as they pulse. It releases. The energy does not pierce the bubble. It does go around it, and it's still kind of swimming off, releasing these pulses. You just hear that zzz.
Oh.
Out of character, in character voice. It's a goddamn Kraken, Dave. What the F?
Oh, fun.
Can I roll nature to attempt to identify it?
Sure, why not?
26. Why is it a Kraken?
Somebody release the Kraken.
Yeah.
Hey guys, where'd Rexia go?
I don't know. You were here.
Click.
Yes.
Where's Rexia?
The portal.
Right. You guys take care of stabilizing this thing. I'll go find her and keep her alive until you show up.
No, Click will go with you. Click can't do anything here.
I'll stay with Garen. Just in case.
Click. They're more hurt than I am, and I can hide.
And leave me to die.
We'll be all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. You go ahead. We'll finish up here, and then we'll meet you on the other side.
Click doesn't look like he's sure what to do.
Go on, click, get in there.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to hide with your jangly armor if it's dangerous in there, but
Clink, clink, clink.
Hey, he'll just be the distraction.
He's bait. All right, so who is going into the portal? I know Rexy already went.
I guess Click is. God damn it.
I mean, you don't have to.
you could stay behind. Let the scout go scout and see if she can save somebody.
That goddamn it was out of character. It was because I was hoping to get everyone in a prayer of healing. But Rexia had to be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
God.
Then prayer healing them. It's fine. I'm fine on hit points. I still haven't burned myself heal.
Nope, Rexia's Click's going in the portal.
All right. So Click jumps in. Rexy already jumped in. And Sophona, are you also jumping in?
Yeah, Safana would have pretty much sprinted and jumped when she realized Rexia went ahead.
All right. Just bloop. You jump into the portal. Right after, and Click jumps in. Meanwhile, Minhir and Garand are on the platform while Garand spends the next 30 minutes just siphoning the last essence.
He is essencing.
It's the most herbal of essences. So, Rexia, you were the first one through. As you enter the portal, you exit smelling familiar sense of incense and the flora that was from the Shadowwood Sanctuary, where Mara was kind of conducting the rituals. The scene has changed a little bit, though. You see Mara. It looks like her body has been mutilated to a point. Looks like from her sternum up to her throat has been busted wide open.
Cool.
And the tree and the statues and the flat stone slabs that once were there have changed dramatically. The statues that once stood just kind of like armed elves, just like sentinels, they all appear to be taking a knee facing where the tree was. The tree itself is split completely open, and in the center is this giant swirling 10-foot diameter portal.
Cool.
So Garen's people are dead.
So that's what Rexia sees. And then, what does Rexia do when she sees this?
She does a little beat on her drums, apparently, like I am.
Kind of tapping her side, just trying to get the brain juices flowing. Knocking on wood.
There, I knocked on wood. She...
Let us bathe in the victory juices.
She's going to take the blood. She's going to take the blood of her fallen enemies and bathe in it. No, she's going to just kind of stand there awestruck for a moment and give people enough time to catch up.
All right, and coming out the portal next is Sophona. And Sophona, you see the grisly sight there, Mara, who has been flayed open, the statues who have changed position, facing the swirling portal of energy where the tree is located at, almost as in a respective, almost kind of penitent one-knee bow.
Well, we need Garand.
All right.
Is Rexia still there?
Oh, Rexy, you see Rexy right there. She's just kind of like awestruck at the sight before you.
Can I roll religion to try and figure out what exactly happened?
Soon as
I get it.
Sophona,
That's not the right roll.
soon as Sophona is finished, because you're coming in right
Sorry.
after her.
Yeah, I'm going to be tending to Rexia and putting back on the Rexia leash.
That's what the rope of climbing is really for. All right, so yeah, you're trying to snap her out of it and try to get her attention. Click, you pop through the portal, seeing the same things here, and you want to try to identify.
The swirling portal specifically.
Okay.
I don't know if all I have is religion. It's a 21.
Well, from what Mara was telling you, from what you were kind of seeing from the little bits of notes and scrolls and things that she had here, you believe that this may be a portal to Garen's ancestors' realm, what they called the ancestral trials.
All right, we really do need Garen. I was afraid you were going to start talking about demons.
Well, as it so happens now.
Oh, God damn it.
All right. Well, Garen's men here. After 30 minutes, you're able to collect the last bit of energy. The orb is completely filled, each with a perfect quarter of elemental essence. Air, earth, water, and fire.
Born of black wind, fire, and steel.
So, do you go through the portal?
Yeah, you can go through the portal.
Okay. So, you enter the portal, and almost in shock, you see what the others have seen. Men here, you see this as well as you come through right after Garen enters. You see Mara, her body flayed open. You see the statues have turned, and you see the things that you've heard stories about, the trials of the ancestors for the voice. The portal to your ancestral spirit realm has been opened. This is where the ancestors' will is supposedly located.
This bodes quite ill.
Just a bit, just a bit.
What do we do?
Do you think this is Dan?
I don't know. It seems.
Can I inspect the wounds just to confirm that the same type of weapon was used on her?
By the looks of it, this one isn't more precision as it's like something punched through her back and exploded her chest. Her rib cage is exploded open.
What I wonder is, how did this portal that we just came through get here? Because
If I had to hazard a guess, I wonder if he got the essences from the others. But if he has the power to open portals, well, I don't think we can let him run free
No.
with the power of the ancients.
So go through the other portal.
Well, unless you all happen to have enough explosives to blow up everything on the other side.
Click shrugs.
And that's probably a bit blasphemous.
Just a bit.
I mean, that is his, like, all his dead ancestors that empower him that have saved your life. That is the spirit realm where they all are supposedly dwell.
So you're saying I need to put ghost touch on the bombs?
Garen may not want his, Meemaw to be, murdered in her afterlife, who's been saving your lives and empowering them in battle.
That would be bad, yes.
So we go through the portal.
Seems we have no other option. Seem.
All right. As you step through the portal, does anybody not go through the portal?
I'm gonna look around real quick, just make sure he's not hiding behind a tree or something.
Make
You
a
know what?
perception
Can I
check.
just say?
Yeah, go ahead. Make perception checks.
I'll make a perception check too, since my perception is decent. 27.
That's a pretty decent check.
27, natural 20.
All right.
Ah.
I kind of meant it as a meme, guys, but is he really hiding behind a tree?
As far as you can tell, with those great perception checks, you seem to be the only ones in the cavern, at least ones that aren't aided by any kind of supernatural means to hide themselves. So, if
Does the natural 20 let me know anything extra?
There wasn't
He's not
really
behind
any
bushes.
animal life, or there was small trees, very small plant life here. The biggest tree and structure here was the central piece here, the large oak tree with the stone slabs and the giant elven statues. That pretty much dominated the fungus-covered cavern with the luminescent fungus. So it appears, at least from you can tell, other than plant life, you believe that you're the only living things here.
Well, into the portal we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to break free of my leash that Safona has put me on. I'm going to go through the portal.
I'm gonna tug it back. No.
I assume, like, what do you have that actually has me on a leash?
A rope.
That's abusive.
Don't worry about it.
Well, maybe if you didn't keep abandoning me every other day, every other minute, every other second.
So can I try to make an acrobatics check to get out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You most certainly
Can you just go through the portal?
Yeah, we'll go through the portal.
Yeah, let's just go through the portal.
Well, the question is, do you go through the portal with Rexia on a child leash, or does she run free?
Yes, they are. They're gonna keep me on a child leash right now.
Okay.
She needs it. She really needs it.
Yeah.
So, stepping through the portal. As you step through you're blinded by the bright golden light. And as the light subsides, it's kind of a very humid atmosphere on the other side. You seem to be in a clearing, like little copse. That's in the center of it. There's these kind of mystical runes that are glowing, and through the edges of the tree line, there's this rolling thick mist, and in the mist you can see hundreds of silhouettes just kind of moving and stopping, just kind of almost like they're looking towards you. In the center of that area with the runes, there's little, almost effigies of energy that they give off these swirling lights that just kind of go around like a little interior perimeter. Inside of that, you see, standing there, looking at you, Dane. And he looks up just slowly with this growing smirk. Garen's been waiting for you. Let us finish the trials and prove who is worthy of the ancestors' will.
So, like what? Chess? Checkers?
And
Chess.
yeah, as you
Very much
contemplate
chess.
that is where we're going to stop for today.
Woo! I'm gonna have a fun time just fucking beating the shit out of him.
You don't know. It might be old maid.
I will die.
But what you don't know is Garen is actually a master of Old Maid.
The chosen one has become before us.
Or it could be the most insane game of Go Fish you ever seen, and you're put back into the plane of elemental plane of water.
Please no.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
No. I do have things already kind of thrown out for this, but you'll just have to wait and see what's in store for next week. So, thank you, everybody, for coming today, for playing, everybody watching, chat, and if you're watching this on YouTube later, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll have another game next weekend. Real life has been kind of slowing some things down, but hopefully some of that's bias where we can kind of pick up the momentum again. So see where this goes for Garant and his people.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
It's just like, the next 3 months are just Garen screaming and Darren screaming.
Yeah, it's that, and they're both flexing on each other.
That's right. Anyway.
Stefano breaks out the suit while this goes on.
Yes. Hey, Stefano, can I have some of that too?
Yeah, Click will take its shot.
Wow. All right, and with that, that's going to be it. So, until next time, everybody, be safe and happy gaming.
Bye-bye.
Later, folks.